this spell. So depending on if they can catch the Bruno and kill him 100 to 0, I think we'll say a lot, but I just don't see it with their draft unless Pure goes out of control, which honestly CKs have done. So
it can
have to give them some chances.
The CK and the Darkseeker, and if anyone's going to make Sniper work, it would be Thompson. So
I guess so.
Let's see if that Thompson magic's here today on his Sniper, and we're looking forward to this one. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this best of 3 winner of this goes forward to TI. The loser gets nothing. Nothing. That's it. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
They
get flamed.
Personally, make sure they get nothing. So you got to win this series. Everything on the line. It's serious business.
And lately, even the fans are flaming all their, even their own teams. So you get the repercussion of everybody flaming you instead of talking about any of the good plays. It's just all hate lately. And we do see, of course,
more hate.
Bless Ducalis. I'm so happy. Ducalis, he takes natural order, Owen. He did not take spirit at level 1.
He knows. He knows what's up.
Thank God. So he'll have deconstruction. It's super strong, especially with Weaver. All that minus armor with Gemini is very strong. So yeah, let's see how this lane goes in particular top. Can be a little bit volatile, but...
Did we get any crazy facets? No, by the looks of it, right? Everyone's got the usual. Yeah.
I'm double checking.
Everyone has the usual across the board.
Yep. Well, what's usual for Sniper? I'm just kidding.
Definitely this one.
So bad.
The other one is,
I want to try to
terrible.
Make it worse. It really is. I don't know why.
I don't know. Initially, maybe if the numbers were different, it could be cool because you're obviously condensing the time it takes to get the damage out with shrapnel. But no, you never want to take that one. It literally makes it worse.
Look at that one. Oh, Wallace with the late tip into good luck onto 9 class. Oh God.
Are these guys friends?
I don't think anybody. I think there's
I don't think anybody's friends.
Drama.
Everyone
I think everybody hates 9
here.
class lately. It seems like.
This is the ultimate grudge match. Tundra versus Quest.
We'll get the courier. Looks like there's going to be some creep pull shenanigans. 9 class or Tundra doesn't want to lane in just straight up laning up here versus the Weaver and ET. They have to manipulate a bit for the Darkseer. So Ducalis, he's trying to catch creep wave and stuff like that. So he's playing this perfectly. He actually might just kill 9 class. This is the power of ET's deconstruction level 1. -7 armor, -9 armor, -10 armor.
Oh, he needs 2 more hits though, right?
Yeah, it's 2 or 3.
Yeah. So 9 class is going to be fine, but indeed only just. You can only imagine when the level 2's coming on this lane. He's good.
Only just.
Indeed only just. He's hit the level 2. Won't be able to look for any opportunities. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you hold back, right, see if there's a chance to make a play with the Rift. But yeah, when you're on about 5% HP, you're taking that lifesteal.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned to you multiple times how much this is like my favorite lane at the moment in Dota. I think it's the Brew plus the Willow. These 2 heroes just seem to be absolutely untouchable. They apply so much pressure early and mid game. So yeah, Pure already eating a ton. He has the OKCS, but now down to like 200 HP, he has to kind of miss a whole creep wave as this.
Yeah, because talk about this as well, because you're mentioning during the draft how like usually 5 Rubik, it's a bit of a funny position to play the hero in, right? We don't. Yeah. It doesn't normally end up here. It's ended up here now in this game. How's it looking from this position?
It's just the situation that they didn't want to have Rubik paired with Darkseer. They want to have the double melee, right? So, I mean, it's okay. Uh-oh. Ramses.
Uh-oh, Ramses.
Fix your camera.
Get your camera on. You naughty boy.
So yeah, I look at lanes in particular too. The mid one, it's just, this is why I was just interested why they picked the Sniper. It's not going to win mid. DK wins these lanes. And I'm really curious to see what he's going to make afterwards, because rotating a Sniper, it doesn't happen, and it's easy to rotate to this lane for the DK. So just a bunch of question marks for what Thompson's going to be able to do in this game.
Yeah, it definitely has an element of the Tundra greed that we've seen from other of their drafts when, yeah, indeed, Thompson's like, guys, I'll carry the game, but you're going to have to kind of do without me for the first 15 minutes.
And Quest has been, at least for me, they've been accelerating their games every single time.
They were, they get
a faster lead than the time before that. So
they've got good heroes to do it on. They really, you know, you hit. It's kind of simple stuff, right? You get 6 on the Dragon Knight, you're pushing towers. You get 6 on the Brew, you're taking some fights. You get the Radiance on the Brew, you're looking to just go and fight every time you've got those ults up.
Yeah, and for the side of Tundra, it's definitely a lot more downtime. Wait till Sniper has an item, wait till CK has an item, wait till Darkseer has his first aura to be able to look to fight. But we'll have to see. I mean, maybe they've got some type of extra stuff.
Bottom lane.
In pure bottom.
He went for an aggressive move here on towards Omar. Will work out because Whitemon's able to get the finishing hit in and get that first blood. So the aggression works out. They hit the 3. They're able to go in and set up with the Rift drag back. And they've got the damage to get first blood. Top lane.
Up top, Ramses.
Got enough damage to take either the 2 of these out. Tier 2000. Not going to have Shikuchi back up in time to continue chasing. So both teams survive.
Very low resources up on Tundra. But to be expected, I mean, this lane, it's very difficult to play against versus the Weaver ET. And so far, Ramses, not bad on the CS. Pure again.
Just
immediately gone on. As, it said fix cam.
Fix cam. Yeah. Come on. In-game. IO. There isn't an IO. What?
I think he's saying I can't. I think he's saying he can't play and fix the cam. So he's
So there isn't any camera in game though, as far as I'm. Wait, what did Noob not see? Wait, why is Noob saying
I think he probably. They might have each other
Noob didn't
muted,
do
so
anything wrong.
See it and stuff. You never know.
Noob, he don't need to apologize. He didn't do anything wrong. You're all good, Noob. Your cam's fine.
Guy.
Yeah, it's just Ramses that we're waiting on. Admins. Why are we question marking the admins?
But he's not calling you a noob.
What's going on here? It's working. Okay, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
Everything's been solved. No need to worry, ladies and gentlemen. The cameras have been sorted. I'm sure if we're... Oh, can we check Ramses' cam? Make sure it's all working.
We did. It looked good.
There we go. Yep, beautiful. All working. Beautiful. Lovely.
Very nice. And yeah, so on bottom, that's a really big kill, though. Pure able to get that one. They're able to stop the pressure that was coming out onto him. Omar, or Malik not in range to give the healing Lotus to Omar. It was actually pretty close. He was trying to, but wasn't able to get the save onto him there. So Pure withstanding the pressure, and Farming pretty damn good down here. The CK power, baby.
Yeah, I think at this point, when you get through the first few levels especially, it gets very hard to bully this hero out of lane.
Yes.
Pure should be having a pretty good time.
He's gone all tanky, right? He got Belt of Giant Strength, Bracer, even a Raindrop just in case to be able to absorb some of that extra bit of burst damage that comes out, so.
They're looking to try and go.
They're just immediately going on him every time.
It's a difficult attempt. They can get him low and kind of bully him back, but 100 to 0ing him at this stage of the lane is not easy. Pure's fine.
But it is annoying, though, because now next time, like, him stepping up is dangerous over and over again.
I know, this hero's kind of great. You get a couple of crits, you're fine. You're back to full HP.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't walk into double brambles, he should be okay. If he gets hit by 2 brambles when he steps up, then he's very likely to die. Rotations, 6 minutes, almost coming in. Noob has hit 6. Thompson, still level 5. As long as Thompson can keep the distance, he should be able to hold this tower. And yeah, spamming out the shrapnels. Doesn't look like he has to worry about his tower getting hit with a level 60k at the least. So that's the nice thing that the sniper's going to at least be able to provide them.
I think he's a little late on the stack that time, but still has managed to get the triple stack up for himself. Thompson.
His farm should still be good.
It should. Yeah, I said from his build, it recently looks like he just goes Maelstrom into the Shadow Blade and then back for the Mjolnir. So of course, once you have that Shadow Blade, great, you can start to make those moves. But getting the Maelstrom and then getting the Shadow Blade, it can take quite a bit of time. Malik on the cliff. He's out with the TP, back to the lane.
Pure back up to full HP because of the stupid little Chaos Strike lifesteal, of course, so totally to fighting shape. Rotations.
They want to try and make a go. So if they can get Malik here, it's tough though. Just a bit of a tickle. I mean, both of these cores down in the Brew and the CK. Now at a point at the laning stage where they're probably not going to be dying unless massive mistakes are made or a rotation comes in.
Yep, rotation very likely. As we see, I mean, Noob is playing off map right now, so he's actually been hiding. He's blocking the camp from Thompson. He's blocking that hard camp. Yeah. And then he's actually playing hidden, so that he's kind of playing between mid and bottom. They have a ward on Tundra to protect themselves, but Malik.
So if they get him this time, not quite. It's a bit too beefy here on the Brew.
I will say that Whitemon is doing a fantastic job as the 5 Rubik right now. He is actually bringing a lot more harassment than usually the hero can provide, so really well done by him. slowing down Malik
Noob.
quite a lot. He's actually bottom net worth of the course.
They've brought Noob down to the bottom lane. Pops the Dragon form. Not really going to get anything done with that. But a bit of an awkward move, I'd say. I mean, Malik wasn't there.
Yeah.
And that's the first Dragon form. I mean, I feel like pretty much in every game we see Dragon Knight, you're hitting that tower. But for whatever reason, Noob feeling that was not going to be a play available to him this game. So first Dragon form, it's not really going to do a whole lot, folks.
No, and they'll be able to set up for the rune again here. It will spawn top, so Ducalis will be able to take away. But yeah, a rotation that doesn't get him a kill or any tower pressure for the time being. Goes back to mid, so should be able to at least hit that one there. But Tundra, 1-0 right now, and their offlaner is having a much better time, because the thing about Darks here is, if your lane does end up being a little bit rough, which sometimes it can be, this one was a tiny bit, he can just jungle. Just goes Ancients. It's the bottom.
Omar got back up. It's going to be the two-man stomp coming in. Malik comes in with the clap. Not enough damage to take him out straight away. Ducalis is going to try and get in with the right clicks. Pure's watching from the side, considering if he can get in to help out, but he can't. 9 class is gone. Same time,
good rotation.
Wrap around. They get the pickup onto Whitemon as well, with TI13's involvement.
Cool rotation, swinging around, bringing 5 heroes. Immediately we'll be able to swing back up top. But Tundra, they're getting farm anyway at the same time. Thompson, level 8. He's just continuing to farm this hard camp over and over again. Net worth is good. And yeah, so I was mentioning, Ramses can just jungle. So we're seeing he just doesn't have to play top at all. And he's just ion shelling Ancients and stuff. So he's actually 700 ahead of Malik at the moment, who has, even though Malik hasn't died, he has been getting pushed out a little bit here from that CK. And I have to commend Whitemon, because I was worried for the CK just because it was the Rubik support behind him. If it was a different support, I was like, CK is totally fine. But overall, they did great down there, even with the Rubik as a 5 position.
I mean, I'd say, yeah, honestly, kind of 9 minutes in, the fact that Tundra aren't falling behind, these are normally the scenarios in which Tundra does pretty well. And they're getting away with having Thompson on this, Thompson here at the sniper.
Cogs, you got hit by 3 there. See you later to your mana, TA2000. Actually has to use time-lapse too, so 60 seconds where if they want to, they can set up for a gank, but very unlikely, because as you said, Tundra, they're just going to play the farm game, it feels like.
Oh, they really
do many, many times. And clashing also versus Quest in the early game, I think in the first 10 minutes is a bit difficult. Versus DK and Brew, with your bit of greedy lineup, I don't think I had, team fight is something that you're really looking for.
They're trying to see if they can make an approach onto Pure, but it's very difficult. So they will have to just settle for putting the pressure onto the tier 1 bottom, but at the same time, Thompson, the space that he's getting in the mid, he's starting to push in onto the tier 1 tower in this mid lane. So Quest probably going to want to do something about this.
He's getting great damage. I mean, he has his catapult here, so it's not going to be an exact trade, but at least something like that. Well, they're also just, they're farming. 3 corners, Darkseer, almost top net worth.
Yeah,
so
I mean, if they could,
they'll be able to protect this.
If they could keep this sort of vibe going up in the mid lane, where Thompson's just clearing out every wave, it's going to be one of those situations where potentially this sniper is going to take the DK's tower before the DK takes the snipers.
Yeah, and maybe that's the idea that Thompson was looking at, right? So far, I mean, the sniper is looking pretty good. First 11 minutes, he's almost level 10. Has great farm, has held his tower completely. It has pretty much not been touched. So
yeah, that could be, we're seeing so many heroes go against the DK in a mid lane and just not having a great time, but this sort of approach and play on the sniper, stopping the DK from taking your tower quick, he could really be onto something, Thompson.
They could have him here too. Let's see if they have the damage.
Bringing in Thompson. They should have a pretty good shot. This effect, Thompson, he's already bailing out at this point. He hits the TP from it back towards the mid lane, feels that the team have got the kill, and they do. I mean, Thompson, he knew it wasn't needed. He was like, boys, you got this. I'm out of there, because he knew what was coming. The rotation comes in from Quest. They clean up the 2 supports. Thompson, it's like he looked to the future then. It was like, I am going to leave right now. And it worked. They get the DK kill. Supports died. Thompson, he's still farming. He's a step ahead of them.
That was really cool TP. Wow. Yeah, he gets out the 2 support side, but whatever. You forced a brew split into a position that's weird. It's a brew split at the enemy tier 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was smart. I mean, you never. When else are you going to see a mid sniper giving up the chance to kill the enemy mid? It just doesn't happen, right? That sniper 9 out of 10 times is sticking around to finish off the kill. But Thompson, he knows to get out.
That was some really good foresight there coming out from him. Immediately bails out, and their greed is paying off right now. Everyone just kind of farming at this point.
It really is.
Of course, Quest is still getting the farm too, though. You know, Malik is just a bit behind in comparison because Darkseer just farms much faster when he's behind than a Brewmaster does. And Mech's done. So honestly, for Tundra, they can start looking to even fight. They have all 3 first item timings on their cores. Mech is done for Darkseer, Armlet on CK, and even the Dragon Lance for Thompson. So can look to start hitting back here.
Whitemon gonna set something up. He gets the backup in from 9 class. They've got Noob in the cogs, but 2 supports. Can they do enough to buy time for Ramses to come in? It looks like they can. Noob trapped in the cogs. I mean, they are really starting to mess with kind of the game plan that you'd imagine Noob wants to exercise when he's playing this DK mid, right? He's barely
100%.
got the chance to touch the enemy's mid tower, tier 1 tower. The early rotations haven't been working out, and now he's getting caught in the jungle by the 2 supports, and they're killing him.
Yeah, it's just super nice moves from both of them, and I love the way they're using the cog power too. Hitting him with 1 cog, maybe a secondary one, then lifting him and throwing him into a 3rd one. It's an absurd amount of damage and mana burn. It really does add up quick, even versus these tanky heroes early. That's 2 dragon forms, or 3 even, that haven't really gotten too much here for Quest.
Absolutely,
And now
because look at
dead.
this. We're indeed in this situation where 13 minutes in, the DK's lost his tower, and as I say, he's barely touched Tundra's. So, yeah, this approach from Tundra,
Good stuff.
built around Tops and Sniper, looking like a pretty sweet answer, these DKs.
Yeah, I was wondering what Thompson was going to be able to do with it, and so far I'm seeing the first 14 minutes, the concept is definitely there. They weren't able to get the wraparound onto him at all, or take his tower, and now they've got good control with a good greedy core. Quest still farming, and they do still have a good core, but the fact that Thompson has yet to die, he has such a good start, and honestly, all 3 cores just have such a good start. None of them have died.
Yeah. I mean, the difficulty now, right, Noob, is because you've gone for the blink rushes at the mid, but now that the enemy cores have this step ahead, it's very difficult for Quest to make a move around Noob's blink dagger. And, you know, sure, TI13's farming great, but Whitemon, he's causing issues for him. In fact, might have a chance of killing him. They got the telekinesis and the assassinate, not quite enough damage initially, but they still got him. They're ready for the time lapse. I mean, Tundra, they're stepping up their gameplay today. They've got away with this kind of slow build-up, this slow start, and yeah, Quest, I don't think they expected to be in this position right now where they are with their draft. They've got to come up with some ideas.
100%. This is a difference of the 2 supports 100% right now. Look at 9 class and Whitemon. They're absolutely everywhere. I'm not feeling any moves from Quest right now. They're getting completely picked off from these moves. They will survive.
Get out with this Shadow Realm TP there, Omar.
But yeah, these 2 supports are really dictating the pace right now, and it's applying so much pressure that Quest is kind of, they're hand-holding a bit. And when you're hand-holding versus Tundra, Tundra's all about the economy game, the way that they've played these last few games, and they've got that economy game.
Sure. I mean, at the start of the draft, we talked to Malik's Bruce, so we'll see what he can do when he gets his Radiance. He's very close to it. But the fact that Tundra have the farm that they do have on their cores, do some of these heroes deal with a Brew when they're ahead pretty easily, or how does it go?
Yeah, they're going to have Orchid pretty soon on the CK, so they're going to have that extra bit of control for him as well, too. So I would say so, yeah. And Darkseer overall is king of teamfight. They both kind of do similar, right? Darkseer and Brew, I think, are, for me, are the 2 kings of teamfight without having to execute as hard. Like Enigma and stuff like that, yes, if you can land the holds. These 2, they're going to get their spells off in almost every single situation, so. Yeah, we'll have to see how those 2 teamfights do kick off once Brew has Radiance and once Ramses probably has his pipe finished on top. It might block enough. They might have enough survivability on Tundra just to be able to tank through that Brew split with Radiance. Thompson's big. He's really
he's
farm.
huge.
He's got Maelstrom Dragonlance without dying.
Yeah, 16 minutes in. Excellent farm on the Sniper.
And again, the support's just really putting so much pressure. Whitemon and 9 class. It's only 4-4. It's only like these 4 kills, but it really has been, it's been Whitemon for the most part, and 9 class just, running around getting these setups. He's part of all 4 on the Rubik. That 5 Rubik is looking very good in this game so far. I say so far, because it's only a 2K lead. And there's that rating. So Quest, they've hit their timing now on one big item.
Yeah, they'll go straight for Whitemon. They'll find the Rubik. He will be able to get his spells off, but they'll kill him. They'll get the setup onto Thompson. But they're coming in, but Thompson's out of the way of it. TI13 comes in with the Shikuchi. They'll catch him in the cogs. He's got to jump back, but Malik pushing forward. He's over towards Thompson. They'll get the surge on towards him, but it's immediately taken off. They surround Thompson, and they bring down the Sniper. Malik on his Brew, ready to carry this game.
Yep. These are the timings. So overall, Dark's here, not able to do the same type of impact here as the Brew. They just walk right through, and they got the jump. They did get the initial go. They got the stun onto the Brew bait, and they get Tundra into kind of a full defensive posture right away. They're going to look to hit back, though. They're smoking. Solo move here with 9 class and Pure with that Orchid finished up. They want to strike back with some of those cooldowns.
See what they can get. Just
settle
settle for Ducalis. Tricky to catch TI13 whilst the hook shots on cooldown. While I say that, they might still have a chance. They get the Orchid with the telekinesis, but there won't be enough lockdown. Backup comes in. Alec also watching from the sidelines, but unlikely to get involved whilst his split's still on cooldown, of course.
Dude, Tundra's looking to fight. They're like, whenever Brew split is not up, let's go. I think that's probably going to be the name of the game for Tundra, is try to fight whenever Malik is on cooldown. So 70 seconds, they're looking to apply this pressure. Deep ward placed, can't quite get the catch, but they're looking to control this top side of the map right now. Which probably means that Quest might not look to play up there for some time, since those wards are... They know that once Obs is played behind the tower, so they probably assume that there's more control. So let's see what Tundra looks to play afterwards. Because Brew Split is going to be back up in about 40 seconds, and that's going to be the level 2 Brew Split, so even stronger.
Yeah, Noob's keeping the farm up good. He's going to have the BKB for the next fight on the DK.
Yep. Even though he did die a couple times there, he still is able to find that farm. And he's at levels, too. He's level 13, so I thought maybe he might get a bit under-leveled because of it as well, too, but nope, not the case. So, yeah, Pure, somehow they have to find... I feel like they have to find the Brew before he gets split, and they have to Orchid him and try to just blow him up beforehand. So I feel like if he does get split off in these fights, it's still going to be complicated for Tundra.
Yeah. It might be awkward for the build, but I'd be interested to see if Pure does feel that maybe this is a game where like getting an earlier Blink Dagger in the build could be kind of clutch. Because outside of him, you know, who's making the jump, right? It's just the hook shot.
Yeah, it's true.
Someone's got to get in there. Someone's got to get that play.
They're ready to fight again. Whenever they have Brew Split, they're ready, and they have BKB up on Noob. So if they can get on Thompson, that's where the question of the hero comes in. It's like, yes, in the laning phase, he had his perfection and stuff like that, but afterwards, what does he do?
There's the jump. They're going to get on top of the two of them. The cogs are laid down, but Thompson gets torn apart here by the damage from Noob and Omar.
Dead in an instant. Ramsey's considering and looking for a jump forward here, but can't. BKB was used. Everything was used. But this is the fights that they're looking for.
Absolutely, and this is the worry with the sniper, right? You know, it's all well and good when you're getting space, you're able to farm, you're able to sit back, but as soon as the map gets a bit messier and these moves are coming in, they get on top of you, you're gone.
Yeah, and they do have lots of different ways to reach and to scout you. You know, the ET Spirit is always going to be something just... If you see the sniper, if you get a stun on him... Honestly, if Thompson gets stunned in most situations, he's dead, right? If he gets caught at all.
And who's saving him, really? I mean, there's a surge, but as you say, when they're split up, they're going to have answers to the surge. You know, you can kind of have 9 class coming in doing some cog play to try and push them back, but there's no simple way on paper to keep Thompson alive if he gets jumped.
No, they need 4 staffs. So Whitemon, he's pretty close to his. If he can get that, 4 staffs, glimmers, etc. If they can throw it onto the reset position, it's going to be everything. But still not going to be easy, because on top of reset positioning, the way that the fights for Quest are going to go down is they're going to throw the kitchen sink on that first stun. If they get a stun at the Thompson, they're going to splitter him, they're going to just blow everything onto him. So they have to kind of really do a good job to try to reposition him or get the initial go themselves. Which, as I said, yeah, a bit complicated for them to start fights, unless Pure just kind of charges in with the CK.
Yeah, and maybe he can do that when he's got the BKB done, which he should have for the next fight. 200 gold, got the BKB. See Hook shotting over towards Malik, still trying to see if they can punish him before he has to split back up and knock back with the cogs. They'll get him. Good catch to get. As Tundra able to strike whilst the split's on cooldown.
That's name of the game. Fight while splits on CD. They're going to even be able to get a tier 2 out of this here, too. Potentially.
Well, and they might find Ducalis in the tree line. They will. They've trapped him with the cogs. They get another catch. Good scout there from Tundra.
There to be a ward. Yeah, he's like, there's a ward in our base or something. How'd they find me again? But it actually was not.
I think it was sort of just 9 class coming in with the jetpack.
Yep, must have been. All right, looks like Brew splits back up. BKB on Noob. They do have vision of Noob in mid right now.
They know he's around here. No hookshot for 12 seconds, though. Still, 9 class is going to try and start some action. He'll go straight in, drop the box down. He'll die for it. Does force the BKB out of Noob, as Noob Looks over towards Whitemon, but the surge there from Ramses will get the Rubik back to safety. So they'll lose the clock, but he gets a BKB charge out of the DK.
Yep. They immediately, like, Brew's respawning. Brew has split. Run away. Don't fight into Brewmaster. Good job. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, this is what you want to see between these two teams. 7 to 9, yep. Less than 1K gold difference.
So much down to this execution of which team makes those mistakes and everything. It's going to be really crucial. And yeah, you have to see how much Topson can do to survive in the open field when all those fights do kick off, as you were mentioning. How's TI13's BKB? I think actually got it done okay. Still very far, very survivable versus the CK. Pure, of course, sticking a little bit ahead as the CK, though.
Yeah.
We've seen these
Let's see what he goes. Does he want to get his heart? Does he want to get the AC for the team? Or does he want to work on something, the Blink? Maybe even something like a Shadow Blade Silver Edge to sneak in.
I was thinking about the Shadow Blade, but I think the heart is probably just too good this game.
Oh, he wants to maybe go fully aggressive. Get the Bloodthorn upgrade first.
Okay. Double sword, right? It can work amazing, or it can bite you in the ass, right? Because if you're just very squishy and it doesn't end up working, it could end up hurting him a lot, but...
Because I imagine,
I think Pierre's
in the most part, he wants to go in right, and he wants to drop the Orchid or the Bloodthorn onto Malik. And Malik, in a couple of items time, he will have his Manta done. So it's really going to depend on the Bloodthorn timing in comparison to the Manta. Because if you go all in on the Bloodthorn now, and by the time you have it, Malik's got a Manta, it's going to feel a little less good, I feel.
I feel like this is a more risky one to go for. I think the heart is safer. The Bloodthorn is like, if it works, it's a... high risk, high reward kind of thing for them to just solo kill their Brewmaster, which it is kind of huge. If they can win a fight versus Brewmaster when his ult is up, that can say a lot for the side of Tundra. I mean, because Quest, you could get a Roche.
Yeah. Because the thing is, at the moment, right, before that Manta's there's nothing else to remove the silence from anyone on the team, right? Like, this Brew gets silenced, he's silenced. He gets Bloodthorned, he's Bloodthorned.
Yes, absolutely. Until the Wind Waker, but that's way later, so yeah. That's
exactly right. So that's going to be the power of Pure getting it online ASAP. And he's very close to having it, right? He's just, 100 gold to have it. So there will be a window. There will be a window where the Manta's not done. And I do feel in that window, they've got to make something happen. They've got to get Pure involved and go for these fights against the Brew. Because, yeah, once the Manta's there, things are going to maybe fall back into Quest ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with either one of those. And then I do want him to buy Shard early or take a Tormentor if it comes back up soon, because I think the Shard is probably one of the things that makes CK the most broken. I actually think this needs to be, looked at, just how it works with your innate. It's insane how much the Shard does. Because you just have, like, at some point, sometimes you have, like, 6 illusions or more, and then you go Manta, and then you have, like, 9 illusions or something. So, actually, yeah, he can still go Manta. I kind of forgot about that on Pure, so definitely still has the option to go for that one. And yeah, the way it all interacts with Bloodthorn is just absolutely ridiculous. That's why this hero is just so insane right now. Is Quest sticking together. Tundra with only a slight 2K lead.
Radiant are scanning.
Nightclass, my goodness, he's actually showing himself up here.
This is a greedy push. A hook shot over to the neutrals. He's going to go for the jetpack TP. I tell you what, there's nothing else to stop it. He knows what he's doing. He's away safe.
I can't believe... 4 heroes show. That's so much information he actually just gave them. Wow. Cannot believe he actually just gets away like that. The good old, the Phoenix, it looks like the sun ray out of the map kind of style.
Yeah, off into the sunset. See ya. Definitely one of those moves that you make, and, it's going to do kind of just mental damage to the enemy team. They're like, what are we doing here? We just wasted time chasing a clock, and we didn't even get him.
A lot of time wasted. Look at that gold lead go up in the meantime. Back up to 4K now for Tundra.
Yeah. Oh, that's Ramses. He's got his Blink online now. Now he's got the Greaves Pipe. He's got the Blink. So he will be ready to kind of jump in and cause chaos on the back lines. Maybe even start to mess with the Brew, force the Brew to split prematurely.
Yep. And they are going to have these auras in comparison that, we talk about the auras a lot. They have Greave Pipe. Quest is not going to have a Greave and a Pipe this game, so... I have to always factor how much that's going to make a difference of how much damage these heroes will be able to do. And Topson now, he is getting close to BKB, so he will have, besides just the 4-step resets, he'll be able to stand his ground perhaps and protect himself, as long as he doesn't get initially stunned. Very cool. I mean, this is still such a slow-paced game. Things just building up until that big, huge fight, of course.
Pure.
9 to 7.
If you can find any action up there. Yeah, I feel like Quest is probably saying, you know, they've almost certainly seen the Bloodthorn on Pure, so Malik, he doesn't want to fight until he has his Manta. He is very close to it, about 300 gold away from having the Manta.
And they're getting tier 3 neutrals, which are some of the best ones in the game. The Ogre Seal Totems, we'll have to see how many Ogre Seal Totems get picked up, since I think one of the games we had 7 of them. Reset tools are just too important right now in Dota, because a lot of these times these fights aren't just one off of one convincing go. It's a poke into a reset, into a poke, into a go. So we'll see which tier 3s do come out. Omar does find himself a headband, and they're smoked up, so that should be the Manta, as you were saying, finished, right?
No, he's not got it. They're going to do it before the Manta's there. He's 200 gold short, which could indeed come back to bite them if Pure can find this brew in the midst of the fight before he splits.
Feeling strong because they have Aegis for 90 seconds. They want to get something out of it. And they probably do feel that Tundra's just farming a bit better than them around the map. And they would be right about that. I mean, Tundra, the net worth does continue to grow in their favor a bit here.
Yeah, Pure's just cleaning up. 19K net worth. He's zooming ahead on farm.
Crazy. Crazy farm. High level too. Level 19, highest level in the game. Keeping it consistent. DK form shows up top. Get a tower. I mean, they have all their heroes kind of sitting together. Tundra does at this point now too, so it doesn't hurt Quest as much in terms of net worth. Both teams just really ready for that fight. Manta finished. They saw TI13 bottom for a second, claiming high ground on the side of Tundra.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
DK form is going to start wearing off as well too, so Tundra probably feeling like without that they could look for a potential catch. Class seems to have a good position, good understanding of where Noob is.
Oh my goodness, and the blink was off just in time. A moment later and he's at least having to expend a BKB charge to escape that, but Noob jumps out.
Could just die, yeah, if even BKBs, they have the hook shot and stuff, so could die. Very good on him to get away.
They want to go again.
How long on Aegis? It's down, so they want to try to get a fight on top of that. No DK form, 10 seconds. They're hook-shotting.
They're going to go straight over towards Noob. Noob. They get out of the cogs with the Hurricane Pikes. He's going to get dragged back momentarily, but not quite back down to the low ground. Was the Glide coming from the side? TI13, he's going in over towards Ramses. They're focusing the Darks here first. They'll get it. And now the bailout.
Tundra's got
they've got Pure popping the BKB, TPing out. They do not want to take this fight with their Darks here dying at the beginning.
Malik did expend Split also. If they can fully disengage, I mean, it's not good for them, obviously, because they lost the Darkseer, but maybe not so atrocious. It could have been horrible. They might lose 9 class. Jetpack TP, he's low on mana. He didn't have the mana for the Glimmer TP.
Oh, and indeed, they'll find him. Glide near from TI13, so Quest, they'll get a couple of kills from this.
That's big. The big hold there from Quest, just standing there waiting for the fight, getting the good jump. Ramses, he can't go like that, honestly. I think him blinking forward and going for this type of single vacuum play is just such a risk. He's very important in these team fights. He put himself in such a dangerous position. TI13 just gets the wrap around and kills him and pretty much alone after the terrorize. Could see what he was going for, but they need him to get better kind of connections than that. And as you said, Manta done for Malik, getting closer and closer to level 18. Bruce split back up in about 50 seconds. Can Tundra even look to capitalize on the fact that that Bruce split was used now? Doesn't really look like it. So Quest, they'll be able to back up and wait for those cooldowns for the next fight. And now constant checking of the Roshan, because it's probably where the next big thing will end up going down. There's Whitemon. Look at the shard. Sorry, Pure. You're not going to get that one. You're going to have to buy it yourself. As TI13's damage has massively accelerated as well. He's got the Daedalus and he's got Quiver. So, and the level 20 talent. So he actually just...
And the shard. Yeah.
Probably like tripled his damage, to be honest with you. So that next fight, I mean, he killed Ramses very quick too, so...
And that was before all this, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely worried for them to be able to handle TI13's damage. I mean, Pierre's got his work cut out for him, it seems. Even though this is kind of like a very even state.
Yeah, and he's going to get it now. You know, gets the Manta. Now he wants to get the blink in so he can get that jump, start the fight on his own accord.
Bruce Split's ready. Ready to fight again. Pick themselves up a gem as well, too, so they're going to know if they're standing on top of any wards. Right now, Tundra actually has 0 vision. Holding on to a couple of these wards, but means that Quest should be able to claim high ground pretty easily.
Tundra's being very careful about this, though.
Ramses.
The Gleipnir. He's got the Greaves. He's trying to run a turn with the vacuum ball onto the 2 of them, but he's caught by the Curse Crown and the Bramble. He's gone. Noob. He's able to jump straight across over towards Whitemon. They catch him with the Dust. 80,000. The Gemini hits are going to hit hard. Not quite enough to kill Whitemon. Whitemon gets up to the high ground, gets away. Pure turns with the Rift over towards TI13, forces the BKB out on the Weaver. Quest, they'll start to back off.
Almost dead. His split's actually 10 seconds left. They might be able to finish it off. Okay, he stops it. That was close.
Bounce away with the Ogre Seal Totem, pops the Manta. He'll live after this. Lucalis, well, he won't be quite as lucky. The Fear's coming in, but Pure will put the BKB so he can continue to stand his ground against the Elder Titan, and now maybe look for more. Another Rift drag back onto Malik. Noob, he's actually going to go back onto Pure. He's in with the Dragon Tail stun. They'll get the defensive telekinesis to drag Pure back to the high ground, keep him at a safe distance. That will allow Pure to survive. These fights just incredibly close. This one, Quest there, expended the buyback onto Carlos to try and keep it going. So overall, Tundra, they'll be happy with that. You know, forcing out a buyback, even a support one. It's a little bit of something, but it's not a huge amount. I mean, this game, incredibly close.
Yeah, honestly, Pure needs to really high-five and thank his buddy Whitemon right there, because he was looking pretty dead on the low ground. Both supports, honestly, the supports are so clutch on Tundra this game. They get the Glimmer plus the 4 steps to reset, and then the Lift to be able to make sure that Pure lives. And the big thing is when they get that kill on Ducalis, that was the gem. So they were able to at least get that one there.
Dire are scanning.
I'm thinking about Roche.
It is up, and Bruce Split's on cooldown. They could look to force
this. It is 35 seconds. I mean, I imagine Quest, will they still try and take this fight without the split, or are they just going to let this Roche go?
I mean, they could look to maybe do some kind of stomp steal play, but I don't think you can fight here. Fighting without Bruce Split is suicide. And they don't make it in time. Maybe if it's okay, can you get like 5 stomps to slow?
All right, Tundra. And the Blink Dagger coming out for Pure. So next fight, he's really going to be ready to go in. So 9 class and Whitemon might have their work cut out to bail him out if things start to go bad.
Very true. Very
Pure,
true.
He's going to be ready to just jump in. Look to, honestly, whoever he gets on top of, outside of kind of the beefier 2 of the cores, he's going to have a good chance of bursting. Especially the supports who can catch them with the stun silence.
Yeah, I think the supports, I'm like looking at Omar, they really want to go for these like Aether lenses and stuff like that. I think Ducalis might just buy, you should just maybe buy like Ghost Scepter. Just try to survive versus the initial jump. If you get caught in a stun, you're dead. But if you get the Ghost Scepter off in pre-stun as it's in the air, you can actually survive versus Pure. So maybe something like that, but we'll have to see what they want to look for. TI13 getting closer and closer to Satanic, but this game is in a scary state. Just because Pure is so big. It really is just terrifying how big this CK is. Quest in the 5v5 fights are strong. It's just this CK could reign supreme just because of how powerful he is.
Noob. You get the jump on a 9 class, but Pure's going to get the jump on a Noob. He'll go straight forward with the Bloodthorn. It's so much damage. The telekinesis chain stun as well. Whitemon and Pure, they're able to 100-0 in there with the lockdown between the Chaos Bolt and the telekinesis, and it gives Noob no chance to play his hand with the BKB or Satanic.
Honestly, this CK, he's just such a problem. Can't even get their defensive items off yet. 50 seconds now, no DK. Tundra. Bit of momentum coming in, and they have the lanes in a good position, all 3 on their side. Can they look to push forward more here? And they could look to force at least some type of spells, because if they catch people with Pure's Blink and with a follow-up lift, heroes can die in an instant. Whitemon looking for a catch.
Telekinesis into the stolen Dragon Tail stun, into the Chaos Bolt, into the Assassinate. It's all there. They've got it perfectly. I mean, as you say, these supports doing an absolute number here. He's no buyback tier 2000. This is going to be so much damage done.
Yep. 8k lead in a matter of seconds. He's in.
Going in again. We get caught by the Cursed Crown. Shadow Realm's there, so Omar will be able to step back. But tier 3 tower going down. The sleep will only slow them down momentarily. Thompson easily outside of it, continues to peep away. as the tier 3's gone. Top barracks as well. I mean, we'll see how much they stick around, because soon they're probably going to realize that TI13, he's not coming back still for 50 seconds. Doesn't have the option to buy back. See how much they want to keep the push going, Tundra. It's like the top set.
So much work. Pure really is doing it. 2 minutes still left on it. Now Shiva's as well on the darks here for the team fight. Now with a big lead in gold, also for that big head-on fight versus the Primal Split. They might just be able to fight versus it now.
Yeah, you saw that Pure was maybe seeing if you can get the jump onto Omar as the Shadow Realm comes to an end. That's the fortification forced out. 20 seconds until TI13's back in, but Tundra, they'll back off now. They're more than happy with what they've got as they managed to blow open quite a huge lead now.
In the matter of 3 minutes, they just got firm grasp of this game. Backing up together. They can stick together now with this Rax pushing in. And they have an amplified damage top for the next fight. Give that to Pure.
Oh, yeah.
He has a whole nother item if he'd like to go for it.
Yeah, we'll see what he gets. I mean, is it going to be the heart? Is it going to be the AC?
I don't know now. I'm not too sure, honestly. Looks like AC.
Let's just say you can pretty much buy the entire thing. Get that sent out.
Feels too tanky for them to deal with. Actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking about the AC versus ET, so plus armor for everybody is always going to be nice as well, too. And extra defense versus the Weaver. So that feels really nice.
And of course, just great for the push. It's great for ending the game.
Yep. Which they can definitely look to do. They still have 60 seconds left on this Aegis.
They get one more good fight. I mean, especially with the state that kind of the gold is for the cause, right? TI13 in particular, again, sort of sitting in this area where he doesn't have buyback. So if they kill this Weaver, it could be game over. I mean, also Noob as well, not having the money. They get the jump onto Omar. We'll pop back in the Shadow Realm. Kind of pulling back a little bit here. And Pure is coming in with a wraparound from behind them all. They might not expect Pure to come from this angle. He's able to get the Phantasm off, turns towards Carlos. He's out immediately. He gets the silence as well onto Omar to put a stop to terrorize. Noob, he's trying to find Pure. Pure with a micro, trying to outmind game them, and it's kind of working. He's been allowed to jump over them freely, pop the illusions. They can't get back on top of Pure. Same time on the back lines, you've got 9 Class and Whiteman and Ramses dealing with TI13, who's trying to chase out the squishier heroes on the team. Gonna get thrown up into the air by the Yule Scepters, straight down into the cogs.
They're controlling him.
Half an hour, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds until the Aegis is gone. The Aegis, it's now gone. The BKB was active in his bench. Can he get the BKB off in time? He can. He's going to be fine. He's got the BKB off. Pure, he's standing his ground now. He's backing off. He's going to catch the two of them in the cogs there, 9 Class. But 9 Class will fall for this Pure. Let's see if he can get back in on the target. He's going to get the drag back on towards Noob. The damage is coming out. The crits. Pure, he gets the double kill, and he's going to be ready to go for more. Rift back onto Malik. Brambles. First round, they're catching on to Pure. Ramses still keeping on top of this. And there's another jump. Pure in again with a blink. Gets the drag back and a triple kill. Pure takes the fight. I mean, and that was, they get the team wipe. That was what, despite Quest's best efforts there, they were desperate to try and take this fight as the Aegis expired. The Aegis, it did expire, but they couldn't quite kill him.
Oh, and Pure just kind of 1v5'd, I gotta be honest with you. That was pretty crazy. I mean, with the backup, of course, with the supports giving him these little extra things and buff-ups and stuff like that, but that really was the Pure show. That was insane. He catches one of the most important heroes at the start, kills the ET, so he gets nothing off. He has a very long respawn, and he cleans up everybody. He stands his ground. Honestly, Pure played like an absolute beast, and I think we're seeing this too much from these CKs. These good CK players are just out of control.
Yeah, as soon as he sort of got this blink dagger out, things started to really heat up. You know, he's getting the positions, the targeting. He knows exactly who to go for one by one in these team fights, and they can't deal with it, especially now. 20k behind.
And I gotta be honest with you, like, I'm not even really feeling Thompson much as the sniper. Like,
he's just along for the ride.
He's held on. He's along for the ride, it really feels like. It feels like Pure and his allies are doing so much that he doesn't really have to do too much. Maybe he just ends up dying because people put attention on him, but yeah. That's about it.
Maybe that's just how the drafting went. They were like, you know, Thompson, what you want to play? You know, Pure's like, Thompson, you can play whatever you want. I'm going to carry this game. And Thompson's like, give me the snipe. I'm going to have a good time. And he did. And to be fair, obviously the early game, Thompson keeping his tower alive against the BK was a big part of the slowdown. He's going to get the BKB off, turns straight towards TI13. TI13 doesn't get the chance to put the time lapse. He kills the Weaver. They will lose Ramses here, but it's going to cost... Maybe they won't actually. He's able to get the surge off. He's trying to escape. He's up to the high ground, but he's caught in the brambles. So Ramses will die. There'll be a buyback from Omar. Look at Pure.
Pure's killing everyone.
The side. He finds Tukalis. I mean, he's absolutely going to take them down one by one. They're terrified of him. as he is again making these moves with the trick, the cloak, to close in onto Noob. The
Look at him
bolt
go.
and the rift drag back. Triple kill for Pure. Omar's going to get peeked down by Thompson. They're getting chased back to the fountain. As this game, it's absolutely over. GG is called. Tundra will take game 1.
Wow. They played really well.
Let's find out if he does it in this game, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into game 2 here between Tundra and a PSG Quest. Tundra one game up in this best of 3.
I legitimately don't know what to think, Owen, because I just don't like Tundra's draft. Just looks like it wants to be annoying and split pushing stuff at all times, and maybe eventually get to some type of win and stuff like that. While Quests, it looks normal, and it has good timings. It has ways to push towers and ways to be able to fight early. Tundra just looks weird for fighting. Their lineup looks good for farming, but I don't know when and what their timings for fighting is. So let's see what we get from them. This is crazy. I cannot believe they bust this out in this type of game.
On the final game to secure themselves. Obviously, they've got a bit of a fallback. If this goes horribly wrong, they've got a game 3. But
they do. But
they win this game. They're going to TI.
What if you lose that game 3 and then you're like, why the hell did we do this?
That is the thing. If you get crushed this game, Tundra, you're gonna, the egg's gonna be on your face. You're gonna feel a bit silly.
So.
But there's no way they go for this draft with these crazy picks without full confidence. These guys, they know what they do. I said in their individual capacities on these heroes, we know that they know what they're doing. It's just when it all comes together, will it all come together?
That's my problem, Owen. That's my problem. It's like if I saw maybe 1, maybe 2 of these things, but I feel like they're doing all of them. 4 of them into one of these drafts. They just throw it all
dude,
in,
Ramses, he's the only normal one. He's like, I'm just playing some darks here, boys. What the hell's going on everywhere else?
Whitemon's playing techies too. They have 2 normals. The other 3 are definitely quite abnormal, I guess you could say. The Brood, I guess it is his hero though, so it's not as abnormal in that sense. They cancel his TP. That's obnoxious. They glimpse him and then bramble him.
To the wave.
So Whitemon's going to be able to farm that first wave.
Yeah, he's going to miss this first one top. So, yeah, easy. Techie's carry. I mean, he's got the spoon stash. He's ready to start farming those 9 items. Pure on the support this game. He's like, Pure, you didn't do a good enough job last game. We're demoting you.
Pure's like,
what?
Don't worry. My webs reduce health.
Excuse me?
I'm kind of a support.
Oh.
Pure.
Yeah.
And might just die.
Well, let's not take that too literally, but he nearly died. Careful, Pure. Whitemon's like, exactly. I need to carry.
That is a pretty, that's not the way you want to have its lane start at all. Could just die instantly every time he steps up now at this point.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Mid lane Noob. Having an excellent time versus Tops in these first 5 CS at least. 5 and 5 versus the Arc Warden at the moment. The constant harassment comes in, but that just benefits Noob because then he gets plus 45 damage, so he's able to get those last hits and denies on top of Thompson.
Bottom lane. Making this quick move, of course, you hit level 2. I mean, Weaver Disruptor, you're going to go for the kill straight away. Ducalis, is he going to die first, though? No. They get the first blood. 9 class will be able to clean up the kill on Ducalis in return. But yeah, this is Weaver Disruptor, one of the best lanes for hitting level 2 and going for the kill, right? Feels like you get it every time.
Yeah. Yeah, Weaver plus anybody really in particular, but yeah, Weaver Disruptor, he provides that extra catch. Yeah, brings them back in with what, 5 or 6 stacks on the bugs on you, so yeah, can't get away from him there.
So, talk to me about the TB support. What does it kind of offer up until the point where he gets his dagger? Like, what's the plan with the TB?
You're just obnoxious with reflection for the most part. That's pretty much it. You're spamming reflection, and it's annoying. There's not really a whole lot to it, Owen.
Oh, I'll queue it up straight away then. You're making it sound very simple.
It was quite nice.
Well, mid lane, Thompson.
TB first got the buff as Thompson.
He's getting dove here by Noob. He's trying to juke around the trees. I tell you what, he's only gone and done it. As he's actually also got the bottle out, so we'll be able to lay down a spark ray. It's not going to be enough to kill him. It's very close, though.
That was close.
The water rune to survive. But yeah, Noob not able to find Thompson, though, with Thompson making those smooth moves around the trees.
Dude, that actually almost killed him. That was really close if he didn't get that bottle off. And now Noob is actually under a threat of dying himself here.
Yeah, Thompson's in a good spot now. He's got 2 bottle charges to play with. Noob, he's completely out of regen.
Good spot, at least in health, but yeah, in CS, he's lacking a little bit here. But yeah, Noob might have to go back to get a fill up from the bounty. I'm looking up other stuff, by the way, just to see what other fun stuff if he does build it.
Top lane.
I can't find any more.
They're going for the kill. Malik's got the Lotus. We'll see Pure turn towards Omar, but the Shadow Realm is up. Are they going to be left very low? I mean, another bomb's going to be thrown in over towards him. Malik, is he able to walk this off this time? He is, again, living on the edge. And multiple lanes we're seeing heroes nearly dying. Top lane Malik, how's the regen situation? He's out. Bottom lane, TI13 able to chase down 9 class, get another kill for the safe lane duo of PSG Quest.
Okay, so I haven't gotten to see this too much in like on paper or in practice. This Brood, how much you heal from the spider's milk. So
the
every
spider's
time he gets
what?
to see it, the spider's milk. It's his innate, Owen.
Spider's milk.
He's just healing. He's healing a lot when he kills these creeps.
If they do, I don't want to hear about it. Spider
I'm pretty sure they do. Quite certain.
Can you buy it?
But yeah, it
can you drink it?
I wouldn't recommend it probably, but I don't know, to be honest with you. So yeah, I actually haven't got to see. He gets a good amount of healing from it. So I was like, he's actually a bit pressured up top because I didn't actually think about how this works with how much he heals.
Sure. Right, I was going to break down it's a lot of text. Break it down for us. What's it
Whenever
doing?
he kills units, he gets healing that heals him over time, but less on creeps. Much more from heroes. It's like thirst.
So kind of like a delayed thirst, yeah.
Oh, an overtime thirst. It's not an instant heal.
Well, kind of like a but kind of like a Necrophos getting last hits then.
Yeah, actually, pretty much the same. Yeah, good call.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's actually pretty cool. Sorry, I was getting distracted because I just haven't got to see it.
Need another pair of legs.
CS on this top lane, 20 for 9 on Pure, 17 for 5 on Malik. So having a bit of a lead here, Pure. How's Thompson doing in the mid? Yeah, he's catching back up. So it's getting pretty close to. With this group coming in, it's going to be very close between the two mids now.
This is actually pretty cool versus the DK offlane as well, too. Maybe something that Quest didn't even think about or factor in because there's just so many changes and Dota's insane right now. The necrotic webs are good versus something like DK. HP regen reduction for a DK in lane. And these little things add up, especially if this guy's got the mother's milk as,
Oh, Pure. He's gone. They've got him. A little too strong here on the early fight. See Malik and Omar. We'll throw down a tip the way of Pure.
But Malik was struggling in CS at the least there, so did want to get this type of kill set up. But double bracers online. He's able to get the trade up with that Willow. Techies can't provide the same right now. Whitemon will just get a pull. TI13 having an absolute free time, though, as expected, playing versus 0 stuns, 0 anything that can touch him at all in that lane. Absolute free farm, and a lot of denies, too, to boot. But I mean, Ramsey's, as we said, the Darkseer's just jungle, so he'll be able to keep up that farm.
Sure. And we did see, last game, TI13 also kind of got free farm, but he did get outplayed a lot in the last few stages of the fights. And yeah, 9 class. Easy. Off the meta, chasing down Dugalis. Kill, top lane, they're diving in for Pure. He needs help. He needs it now. He's not going to get it in time. Pure, he's gone again. The rotation will come in from Thompson. See how much he can clean up. Doesn't look like he can. In fact, TI13 might be able to take this. His Tempest double down as well. Get that extra bit of money. He will. Plus 180 there on top of it all for TI13. His gold continuing to skyrocket.
And like you were saying, though, TI13 just struggled in the later stages of things, but he was a Weaver versus CK, and he was versus a Weaver versus CK who was absolute free farm, top of the net worth, top of the charm. This is a Brood who is bottom of the cores. So was able to recover a little bit with some extra bit of life steal / spider's milk, whatever you want to call it. But either way, now those back-to-back deaths hurts. He has to walk back to lane. So it's gonna be slow.
Don't call it what you were just about to call it. That's even worse.
Whatever. Spider's milk. Who cares?
It's fine.
I
guess one thing is the Brood Mother, right? This is a hero you can recover on, right? You can hit the jungle. Yes. You get farm. You're gonna farm regardless of how the lane went.
Yeah, but leaving top lane you don't want to do versus a DK though, right? So one thing where I'm like, usually you just want to ditch your lane, but ditching your lane versus DK means that tower is going to get pressured very early.
Definitely one of those games where for Tundra, it's going to be, they just want to not get crushed in the opening. They want to hit creeps, get their items.
They want to farm.
They want to farm.
That's all they want to do. I feel that's what their heroes all want
Every
to do.
draft.
They just want to farm.
It works out pretty much 9 out of 10 times for them. It's definitely their style, their way of playing.
They're like, okay, we're going to pick the team fighter for the offlane, and everybody else is a farmer. Well, I mean, Quest so far, it's looking quite a bit better here in this early game, being able to apply pressure onto these towers nice and early here and having this very strong Primal Beast at the front of everything here. Tundra farming.
Oh, that's pretty obnoxious. Did you see that?
Which one?
I didn't really think about that interaction, but with the Tempest double, when you get that
I
out,
saw him.
if it gets glimpsed, it gets sent back to the fountain. So you can immediately take the Tempest double out of the fight with glimpse every single time. Sends it back to the base. Doesn't matter where he summoned it.
Really?
I think that's what happened there. I'm pretty sure he just pressed Tempest double it, and then it immediately got glimpsed. He just went back to the fountain.
I guess you must be right. I haven't seen that
Because he sent it back to before it became. And then where do you go before you became? You go back to the fountain where you spawn.
Well, have you seen the one where you can glimpse Warlock Golem and it goes to the 0-0 coordinates in the middle?
Right, you can't glimpse the golem.
You can glimpse the Golem right now.
But does it? What? It always goes to the 0-0 coordinate in the middle.
It gets sent to the middle of the map unless they fixed it yesterday.
It's probably again an interaction to do with it spawning and you glimpsing it to back before it spawned, right? Which I think is what happened, yeah, with Tempest double.
Okay, well, cool. I'll try to keep eyes on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
In Night Class, he's got his item queued up, the Blink Dagger. He's got it queued on the Terrorblade. Oh my goodness! I think.
So this is what you farm the Blink,
a potential Blink Dagon on Terrorblade,
and then you farm the Dagon. Would you say that's even more kind of dirty than winning with a Jungle Pudge that we saw OG do the other day? What's worse, the Jungle Pudge winning or the Blink Dagon Terrorblade support?
Oh god, I think the Blink Dagon Terrorblade.
The Blink Dagon Terrorblade support.
Night Class.
Got forward in. They're trying to see if they can take down Noob. They got enough to take out this Prominent. He's got a Shield Rune. He's going to be out of there. So with the Shield Rune, Noob will survive.
Wait. How did he get the shield? It was denied. Oh, I get one of those things.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it gets picked up and denied the same thing.
Thompson.
Get glimpsed back here, and indeed this is the real one. So the real one dragged back up to the high ground will die. They had to clean up the double as well. Continues to farm a lot of money here. Quest to keep the lead, and they might be able to get a bit of a push going if they want to. Malik got the dragon form. See if they want to do a bit of tickling to the tier 1 mid.
They've got their Maelstrom finished up on TI13. He's hitting really good timings. Good differential between him and Pure. And overall for Pure, it's a very, very slow start. It's a level 7 Broodmother right now, and they have the Disruptor to hunt him too. Pure, be careful, bottom.
The glimpse.
Has
he got any way out of this? He does not. TI13 dominating. Having quite the opening on his Weaver, 4-0-2.
And that's why they wanted this Disruptor versus the Brood. It's going to be able to catch like that a lot in the early game.
Need another pair of legs.
It's going to be a ton of farm from Tundra. I don't know when
it's always been the plan. That's what they like to do. That's what wins them games, Tundra. It doesn't matter. This is kind of early game. It's whatever. As long as they don't fall too far behind, and they can hit the creeps, keep their keep the towers alive. I mean, 11 minutes in, the tier 1's still up in a game where there's a DK. They'll be happy with that.
I'm going to be amazed if they can somehow do this with this game because I'm just not seeing the synergy. Like Archworn and Broodmother, I think they kind of want to play similar. And then they have Terrorblade support, which doesn't provide a stun. They have no stuns. It's just they have a blast off, and that's it. Such a weird.
It really does seem like a draft that you get in a ranked game where everyone really doesn't like each other at the begining of the draft. You know what I mean? It's like, screw you guys, I'm playing TB jungle.
Really
screw you guys, I'm playing Brood carry. Screw you, I'm playing techies. I'm going to play Archwater mid and just AFK farm. It's the plan here. But it could just work. It might just work. So far, it's not quite working. Quest, keep the lead.
Not quite.
You get the Disruptor Static Storm over onto Whitemon. And that'll be another one for Quest. They should be able to get the tier 1 tower in the mid as well off the back of this.
Yep. And Malik has Blink too, so if anybody shows, they can get that further catch. At Quest, they're playing their draft in a very natural, fluid way. Tundra is just contesting any of these type of plays. It feels very complicated and very difficult until they do hit, I guess, at least 1 or 2 of these timings, at least core item timings. But even then, it just looks so strange. I don't know how they're going to hold off any of these big team fights ever, because they just have no team fight. All their team fight is Dark's here, but he can't provide everything. There has to be someone using like a follow-up. There's a blast-off. That's their follow-up.
What about the Blink TB? Is that the impact and initiation that you're hoping for from this team? TB's just going to go in.
He'll blink and one-shot somebody, he hopes. He hopes and dreams.
I'm looking forward to it.
They need to reconsider things.
Have a
They're
little bit of a
talking it
break,
over.
a little bit of a pause, a little bit of a deep breath here on the side of Tundra.
Okay, so
They got
It just
team
feels like
fighting Ramses, to be fair. Darkseer
there's
and
no
Techies, they
follow-up.
can put together a pretty good team fight. Blast off in a vacuum.
yes, if they can get the connection of spells, absolutely. And if there's no BKBs on the enemy course, and the problem is that all 3 cores love to build BKB. At least 2 of them, the DK and the Primal, they can just go straight BKB, and it can go right through everything of Tundra, if they'd like to. But Tundra can farm, and that's probably just going to be the name of the game for them. Just farm until 30 plus, and hope that their heroes have the items to be able to deal the damage versus some of these tanky bruisers, and hopefully they can deal with TI13, who's going to be an absolute monster. He's going to be so farmed this game. He's going to be at the same levels as Pierce CK was.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games that, with the setup TI2000's had this match and what he's got ahead of him that he's playing against, if he doesn't manage to carry this game to success on his Weaver, it's going to feel pretty rough for him, right?
100%.
Like, he's got all the tools, all the beginning that you need as a Weaver to be able to do this. Let's see if he can.
No, absolutely. Totally agree. And he's got the Mjolnir, or sorry, he's got the Gleipnir finished up too, so extra catch as well too for Pure.
Moving on to the high ground of the jungle here.
Hey, Night Class's job is literally to take damage at this point. He wants to just take damage so he can try to sunder people. This is so weird, Owen.
I mean, what comes after the Dagon? Do you get like some armlet to?
Shadow Blade or Armlet, it's
You
one of the two. I don't think you can deviate. I think if you
You got
deviate,
how do you get your health low?
you go run into some neutral creeps and stand there and hope that they kill you fast enough before you go to Roshan. The other one, so you can do, okay, I'll be honest. It's Blink, Dagon, Aghanim's is probably the other one, because you do the AoE fear, right? So if you actually want to theory craft item builds, if he can get items, that is, because he just can't farm or do anything.
Oh, smoke up. Thompson's
up.
got to be careful here. Quest. They're going to see him. They're going to go straight over towards him, jump forward with the blast off. Can they keep Thompson safe in the static storm? The fear's coming down on towards him. Thompson's gone. Double kill for Malik Pure. He's trying to get Ducalis to the side, but the Spiders are going to get held back by the Gleipnir. Ducalis will live, and Pure, he's got to get surged out of here and run. They're on the retreat now, Tundra. Ramses.
Can they get out?
The surge to save Pure. Can he save himself? He's going to have it back in a second. He gets caught by the Dragon Tail. Noob's killed off 9 class, and they're going to kill off Ramses as well. 4 heroes dead. They only lose Omar. Quest continuing to hold the lead.
I feel like that's how we're going to see most of this game happen, honestly, Owen. I think that's at least the first 30 minutes of the game, unless somehow Tundra can delay and get items. I feel like that's going to be the name of the game every time. Techie's jumping into a static storm, trying to help out his allies and dying. It's really weird.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, it's fantastic to watch. It's fantastic to watch. It's entertainment. This is entertainment.
That's the word that I was looking for.
Yeah. Because can they do it? Can they do it with this lineup and with this start? That it's been a bit rough here for Tundra.
Yeah. Okay, Pure. He's got Orchid done, so he's got that one item timing.
Oh.
They're right on top of him.
They are. And he can't get away. They've got the grab on him. Pure's dead again.
How many is that? 4? 4 deaths now for the Spider.
They're very close to the Blink Dagger on 9 class. I mean, are you smoking up around the Blink Dagger timing on Terrorblade? Or does he just get the Blink Dagger and he's like, guys, I got the Blink Dagger, and everyone else is like, great. Yeah, good job,
phenomenal.
buddy.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know.
Like, do you make a move with this,
really
or you just
don't know.
keep farming? You keep hitting creeps? I feel like
I think you have to try to make a move. Really? Okay. I don't know. Well, I just don't know who partners with you to kill the target is the problem. It's like you're going to blink, even if your low HP blinks under, they're just going to look at you and go, all right, and then just walk away from you. He's getting close to it. It's bound that he's going to find at least one person, though, in the early game.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to see a kill. We're going to see a very
Someone's
comical
going to get
kill.
Sunder tapped. Yes. TA2000, they have vision of him here. It's so hard to kill a Weaver. What the hell? How's this execution going to come down? A vacuum into a blast off. Push commencing top. 9 class trying to slow it
He's
down.
so close. He's so close to his blink.
He's so,
One more
so
CS.
close
That's all he
to
needs. Oh no, if Noob gets him. Okay, he's backing off just in time, 9 class. Push coming in
This
from
really,
Quest
I
up
mean,
top.
you hit the nail right on the head. Even when I'm looking at the mini map, it looks like a pub that everyone hates each other. No one's even in the.
They've muted comms. They've muted all incoming communication.
Thompson and 9 class are homies. It seems like they're sharing farm together, but everybody else is just doing their own thing.
Oh no, that's just the passive aggressive sharing farm. You know that happens when you muted each other. You got to do things through the movement of the game. So it's like hovering around each other whilst you farm. Like, yeah, look at you, you muppet. You know, it's not friendly.
Oh, Whitemon, he'll scout TI13.
Okay, follow-up blast off. It's quite a bit of burst, and it's not enough though. Time lapse is off. TI13 able to turn, take down the techies. Whitemon's gone.
That was a good attempt from Whitemon, actually. He did the he was invis and actually got the bomb perfectly connection onto him, but doesn't matter. Quest now swinging over. BKB.
9 class is preparing.
2 cores.
He's preparing himself for the Ancients.
He's ready.
He is prepared.
Who's gonna get caught?
Here
Malik?
we go. Bam! Okay.
Well, bam!
Hey, he nearly killed him. He nearly. BKB used. Got the BKB. Just needed something else to follow up. And that's something else. It's going to be a Dagon, right? That's where he says, look, guys, this is why I need to be able to farm a Dagon next. Thank you.
Yep, he just needs another 19 minutes because it took him 19 minutes to farm a Blink Dagger, so it's going to take roughly 19 minutes to farm that Dagon.
Hell yeah, get that Dagon.
You can tell that.
Yeah? I feel like he's in danger.
He looks very in danger.
He is in a lot of danger.
But farewell.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, there's always next game.
There is. Now, Pure's like, guys, can we not have just done some CK draft again? What's going on?
Like I said from the start, Owen, if I saw only 1 or 2 of these ideas together, fine. But when I see the Brood, honestly, let's throw the techies in too, because still not really play too much too. So when I see Brood,
The techies is fine.
And the Arc, it's too many of these ideas coming in together. Maybe 1 or 2 could have worked, but I mean, so far it's disastrous.
I said, Tundra, you know, they have worked Magic before. They have turned games around. If they can hold out on this game, keep it alive, the lineup, it will come online. It will eventually come online.
Will it?
And I know there's a lot of people at home watching, a lot of people that want to find an excuse to play support TB, rush Blink Dagon. They are hoping that this will be a win for Tundra, so they feel vindicated in their pick and play.
Sure. He'll be okay. I was playing, actually, the TB support and Wraith Pact existed, but that wasn't because TB was any good. I just was buying Wraith Pact and sending it in. Felt good.
Dire are scanning.
Quest. DK form back up. Everything at the ready. Amp damage on the Primal Beast. Whitemon's got some bombs set.
I mean, if they just lose Whitemon, they'll be happy. Everybody else has got to get out. Thompson going to be found in the trees, though, Noob. Charges in. Goodbye to Thompson.
Ramsey's also spotted by wards that are, wow, those are cool. Right next to each other. And he's caught as well. Quick sequence.
Well, he might live. He might live. He can definitely make them work for it.
That's true. He'll be annoying. Meanwhile, TA2000.
Besides, they might get to Carlis. We will say he's able to turn and get the Static Storm off, and TI13's cleaned up most of it. Double kill for the Weaver.
Yep. The neutrals get him, so the spiders can't even finish him off either.
Noob's still chasing Ramses.
He's still getting chased.
Chasing him across the map. Ramsey just buying time, hoping that this will do something of benefit for his team.
You're not buying time. You're not buying time for anybody.
Thompson's back there.
In the base. Oh man, this game is such a struggle.
They were 1 game away from TI fogged, and this happened. It's almost, this is just beautiful. It's art.
Oh my goodness. Well,
there's still a hope. There's still a chance. Can we get up a win probability?
Really?
Is that a thing on this stream?
Small chance.
You've been disrupted.
I don't know, man. 7% seems pretty
7%. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I feel like
7%.
that's generous.
Dire are scattered.
As our beautiful observers have written to me, and as the chat has been starting to say, and it's their new favorite
What's the chat
meme
doing?
now, apparently. It's the absolute cinema. They love the cinema, apparently. That's
Oh,
the
what
new,
is
the
this
new meme.
emote? Yeah, I see a lot of people spamming that.
It's like the hands
What's
up
the
with the guy
picture?
watching a movie thing, you know, like cinema.
Ah, I see. I
I don't know.
see.
It's the new
Oh, what's
thing.
that
it's the
from?
new thing,
Yeah,
apparently.
it is. Yeah, well,
Hold on,
this
let me see.
this game is that emote. It really is. That emote
Let me
was
see if
made for
there's
this
a
game.
Know your meme
Yeah, I'm
that I
gonna
can
be
actually
old.
talk about.
Is this like a TikTok thing?
Oh, this is a year ago. Wait,
Oh
no, this
my-
is from.
What? Oh. No, Cinema's only been. They've only started been spamming that recently.
But apparently it's older though. It started from.
Oh, the meme might be,
Martin
but the
Scorsese saying,
emote the
"This is
emote's
cinema."
more.
Yes, yes. So as Martin Scorsese said, this is cinema in October 20th, 2021, apparently.
Okay.
And I guess that's what started the meme. But now they're using it.
And he was what? Well, I guess he wasn't watching this game. But if he was watching this game, he'd be saying that again right now.
Top tower
Exactly.
He would.
And yeah, our observer's calling me a boomer. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I am a boomer. It's fine.
Well, there is, as I said, there's still hope. There's still hope for Tundra. You never know. You really never know. But we're yet to see 9 class queue up the Dagon. I'm sure he will. Right? I don't think there's nothing else. There's teams like, look, we really need you as a support to have this item to save us. Or is there?
No, it's Dagon. No, it's Dagon. And if he deviates, then we're really disappointed. Thompson. Can it survive? Not even the clone. Extra money.
Dire are scattered.
How's Thompson's farm looking? So he's got the Mjolnir done. I mean, if they keep the game going, they can rat, right? They can split push.
That's
they can
the
make
whole
it
thing that
very
their draft was
difficult
from.
for Quest to kind of push the high ground and end the game.
I mean, that's what we
So
saw
it
from their
can
draft,
work.
right? Their draft just wants to hit creeps. That's it.
It can work. I mean, you know, so you never know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
This might have been all to plan. They were like, look, we're going to get 21-5. We're going to be 15k behind, but that's part of the process to our our path to victory.
Yeah.
They
Thompson's
understood
like,
that
you
this-
can pick me. You can pick me Artgord, and I'll only be half the net worth of the Weaver. It's fine.
Hey, that's why he's got 2 of them. Doesn't matter if you're half net worth when you've got a Tempest double. Do the maths. Thompson's actually ahead. Yeah, where you at now, Weaver? Thompson did the maths.
Radiant's
I tell you what,
And the thing
Pure's
is, too,
taking a
like,
tier
back-
2. Pure's taking a tier 2.
Radiant's bottom
That's true. And the other thing too is like I looked at Thompson. I was like, okay, maybe I was trying to theory craft like when they had timing of like maybe it's when he has the double Gleipnir kind of thing. He went
yeah.
Mjolnir, so he doesn't even have Gleipnirs on Artgord.
I mean, again, it's just because it's farm. It really is, as you said.
It's just farm. It's not about
Artgord
fight.
and mid, you're getting enlightenment. And this no,
is under
the farm.
Mjolnir.
Radiant's middle tower has been
All right, Pure dead again. 0 and 7.
I gotta
He
watch
has to
the.
even out the
I
KDA.
genuinely wonder if there's a lot of communication going on with the players on Tundra right now. I've got to keep a closer eye on their cams. Like, what are you saying to each other?
Yeah, can we get the comms of the play?
Here we go. Watch this play. Are you ready? Come on, do it,
Which
do
one?
it,
Oh,
do
is he
it.
ready?
Oh,
He's ready for it.
he's not doing it. He got scared. Come on. Give us a
But
good
he
blink
doesn't have
sunder.
the kill. He doesn't have the kill afterwards. There's no follow-up.
Maybe you get a blood grenade. What about that?
You have to get them real low. That's actually not a bad shout. I like that.
Blink sunder blood grenade.
That's your mini. That's your mini Dagon.
That's the mini Dagon. It really is. He hasn't thought about that. I did. Come on, 9
I
class,
actually
step
like
it up.
that. Send a message.
Yeah, to get the blood grenades out, lad.
Oh god. All right, now they're playing the team. Look, they're all running together.
In perfect silence.
They're playing it like a normal game. You know, everyone's farming, playing real good, itemizing normally, finding the carry over and over again.
Whiteman a little short on the blast off. Pure might be able to get away from him this time. Whiteman, he will not. Bye-bye.
Oh, will Pure get away?
Pure. He's trying to. He's got BKB. He cannot tackle the dragon, that's for sure. He's going to go for BKB TP. The glimpse is going to be timed. BKB lasts long enough. So Pure will be safe back in the fountain.
Nice try. Oh, BKB used. Onto the push. Time to probably get a Rax here for Quest at the least.
Well, they're in.
Jeez.
They've got Ramses. Ramses needs company, needs it now, and he's gone. Ramses is gone. There'll be a buyback now on Ramses. I don't know if they can do anything with it. In fact, I severely doubt they can. They've escaped this easily, PSG Quest.
They just walk back away, reset, get their BKBs back up, can maybe look to go again right afterwards. This feels like it could be at any moment Tundra just calls GG, or they just smoke.
No,
GG.
dude, they've
You really
got,
don't
there's
think
a
so,
chance.
dude?
I think that it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. There's a chance that this draft might lose a little slower than you expect. We'll see.
I was waiting for what your pun was.
We'll see.
All right, 9 classed. Looking for his angle.
He still hasn't started working his dagon. Oh, no. Oh, quick blink.
Ooh.
They get him out of here. They can silence out. 9 class needs to be
Malik.
lower HP, though, so he can do a Sunder play. They're trying to jump on Malik,
Not
but Malik's able to
BKB.
put the BKB. That's what's Pure to get his BKB off in time, and now he'll have to pop
He's
it. He gets
grabbed.
caught by the grab. TI13 just goes straight for Thompson, 9 class, with a nice Sunder to heal up his arm.
Pure.
Corner gets Thompson back up to full HP. A Pure, he retreat through the trees. It looks like he can. He'll get away. Thompson does not, of course, gets glimpsed back and killed off. Pure,
Can he get
they
away?
found him with the Shiva's guard. He's going to go for the TP, but the Gleipnir's got him. Yeah, he's dead.
Bye-bye.
Wow. I just wonder who's responsible for all of this.
Everybody. Or maybe once
It's
it
a
started
joint
going,
effort.
once it started, it was like on
joint-
the 3rd pick or something. They're like, oh, you want that? Well, then I want this. You know, something maybe happened there.
I guess so. Well, the base. Quest. Noob is in. And he's out. And he's not only out, he actually finds Ramses. Straight over to Ramses. I mean, Ramses brought back earlier, so he's out for 75. They're
Malik?
trying to get Malik. He's getting kind of low.
But he's
So that the defense is held. And it costs, you know, Ramses' second life, dead for a minute.
If only they had
Push
some
him back.
stuns to keep these heroes on the high ground when they were able to get that damage off of Thompson. If only.
They're in for the Tempest double. I'll get it.
And it's gone. The Weaver runs up, gets reflection, and then he's like, what the hell? This I don't even
Dude.
care at all.
He's going armlet over Dagon.
It's too late for the armlet.
But he's got it queued up.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. Owen.
Right.
Queue up whatever you want. At least get the Dagon once. One shot somebody one time. Don't go armlet. Come on.
Armlet. I mean, if
That's
you're
an
stuck
armlet?
in your base, you can't get out and get hit by anything to get your HP low for the Blink's underplay. So you
What do you
have
mean? There's
to
a
do
Tormentor.
something.
You go hit the Tormentor.
I think me and you are just a step ahead of the TB support game players.
I
We're on the
think so,
blood
man. This guy
grenades,
at
the
9
Tormentor. I don't think 9 class of the. Oh, maybe he is now.
He knows.
I know he is.
Knows.
He knows. He knows. Okay, he knows about the Tormentor. Here we go. There we go.
Getting
Oh,
himself
the
ready.
pain. It's very
Thompson.
slow pain.
He's
So your
dead.
mid's dying whilst your support TB is hitting Tormentor solo.
Dire's top barracks has
These
fallen.
comms cannot be I mean, these comms are definitely just muted.
I think they're disbanding
All right.
after this game.
Dire's top
All right,
The way
down to
this draft's gone.
70.
What's going on?
He's getting even lower. He's down to 50.
Here we go. Get it down to 1 HP. Come on. Get it
That's
lower.
what he has to do. And then blood
Yeah, get-
grenade it. You're absolutely right.
Get lower. Come on.
Dire's structures
Here we
are
go.
fortified.
Bit more pain. Yes, yes. Yes, lower,
So
lower,
it's
lower,
based
lower.
off
Go all the way down to
threshold.
1.
Oh.
Why?
So
Dude, if you're
that's-
gonna go down to 30, why don't you go down to 1? You know what I mean? Like,
He
what
doesn't
are the
wanna
difference?
die.
in them? There's
He
least
doesn't
of his
wanna
worries
just die by
right now.
accident while doing it. What if he just dies by
Why does he keep
accident
coming
through it?
lower? Go lower. Wait. I mean, I guess that's true.
This is the clowniest thing I think I've ever seen in a pro game. and it's TI qualifiers.
Wow. And not only it's the game that would have got them to TI Fog. They just had to win this game, and they said no. Quest, they're loving this. Game 3,
They're
let's go,
having
baby.
the bad time of their lives. Yeah, hell yeah. They're getting close to that 1K per minute already. It's 30 minutes. It's been absolute free game for the Malik.
They might
Leading
even
the charge.
respect ban the TB in Game 3's draft. We'll see.
I don't believe so. Speaking of the TV, I actually want to see damage numbers from 9 class at the end of the game too. Maybe we don't want to be that mean. Or maybe we do.
Thompson limps back into the static storm. Is there any way to get him out of this? No. Dead. No buyback. Ramsey's dead as well.
This is so classic. Whitemon.
Yep.
Ramses will kill Omar somehow. Wait, what did that even happen? Was that like illusions? It was illusions. Okay.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
All right. He's got the armlet.
Dire's
He has. He has.
Yes.
Get the armlet on. Get to the tormentor. Now
And
you
then
can get
what?
yourself. What do you mean?
And then you're gonna sunder, and they're just gonna walk over. They don't have the damage. Whatever. Oh well. Well, it's the next game anyway.
Oh no. Oh, they've scanned him as well. They know what they're ready. They're like, there's the Terrorblade in these trees.
Here, our observer said something else for you, Owen. He said, Tundra might ban it themselves. It's too dangerous. That's a good one. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen any TV work as carry. Now as support, it's even more disastrous. This not even been a game of Dota 2. Quest, they've been playing Dota 2.
They really have. They, as I said, their draft, there's nothing crazy about it. It didn't need to.
No.
As it tends to not need to be when you want to win games at this level. You just do what you got to do. Quest are doing what they got to do.
Honestly, what a bunch of tryhards, Quest.
That would be the icing on top. You would get some all chat, you know, flaming. You know, that's what happens in a pub. It's like, look at you guys, well done. You can play Primal Mid, DK, Weaver Carry, well done. You know, they're like, dude, we want to go to TI. We're going to play these heroes. We're here to win.
Then play to win
Quest
is
doing a
truly
great
what
job.
they're doing. As careful as can be. Like, it's 32-7. They know that the lineup on the enemy is Clowny, and they're still not going for high ground pushes. They're just going to get the Roche.
What's the win percent now? It's got to be in the negatives.
It's got to be 100.
Oh.
Negatives.
The negatives.
It's got to be 100. It's been 100 for a while.
Now, at this point, yeah, so there we go. 1%. The 1%. Yeah. I mean, 1% is 1%. It's an infinite times more than 0%.
This armlet, he's too close to the towers of his base, so the tower regen is actually counteracting his armlet.
That's true, actually. He's getting griefed by his own towers. Now, I will say, if somehow Quest lose this game, this is going to be the most painful loss any pro team's ever had.
That would be the disband if they lost this game, I think.
No.
Mid-series.
It would be the most painful loss. If you lose this game now as Radiant, you're gonna be crying for days. You're gonna have sleepless nights. You're gonna wonder, where did it all go wrong?
All right, noob. Use Pulverize on Roche, so at least we can see the cool animation. I haven't seen someone Pulverize Roche in a while. Come on, do it. No. Come on, dude. It still does it, right? It still punches Roche in the face, right? Pretty sure.
But does it? I don't actually know. I've not seen that. I don't think.
custom
You don't
animation
grab
for,
Roche and throw him up and down in the air.
No, he like grabs him.
I think
he like
I've never
grabs him by
seen
the
that.
neck and like punches him in the face or
What?
something. I don't remember.
Dude, that
exactly.
sounds
I've only seen it like
gnarly.
once.
That sounds great.
I can't remember. Definitely a custom animation though.
Well, what do you got? Tundra, let's see the progress. But your Pures goes Butterfly. Thompson. You got the Hurricane Pike on top of the Mjolnir.
Okay.
They're smoking out. They're smoking out on the map. 37 minutes in,
Butter?
it's got to the point where they've unmuted each other and they said, hey guys, we haven't lost yet. Let's actually try and make a play together. Like, let's go. We might as well, let's go for one final hurrah.
I mean, Night Class is at the ready. So let's see. If they can one-shot someone at the start of the fight, and if Pure can one-shot a support, they can start a fight, in theory, 5v3 or something.
That's
in
quite
theory.
the snipe there. It would have been very close to having his Hex there, Ramses, but loses the recipe on the courier. Moves in.
Shield rune.
Oh, where's the TB? Where's the TB? 9 class. I'm all eyes on 9 class. He's in. There we go. Gets the Sunder, but the shield room was up. They got him.
Goes down.
They've killed Noob. Now, can they get anything more? Pure. He's going to come to an end. He has to put the man to get back up to the high ground. There it is. We saw.
Noob bought back.
Do it again. 9 class.
Malik.
He's going to force out the BKB from Malik.
He's got a cheese. The
I mean,
Rax
I
is the
don't-
final one.
Did Noob need to buy back? I thought that's just a bit risky. I mean, sure, you're in a 90% win chance game, but it's like, you just take your time. That's a buyback.
Maybe he felt like they could just force it because Sunder was cooldown, and he felt like they blew everything there. Maybe he felt like they could just lead, but everything was used. Malik actually had to use cheese BKB and reset too.
They're holding.
They actually landed it perfect. They landed it perfect, right? The Whitemon precasted blast off as the Blink Sunder came off, so the BKB didn't come off immediately. So he did get caught for a second there to get the follow-up hit, so they executed it kind of perfectly there.
Let's see him do it again.
See him do it again.
Two minutes and a half left to push with this Aegis. Push just that one melee racks away from them and getting the mega creeps.
So the other thing is, Owen, if they have vision
Yes.
behind the tower, they can one-shot
then.
Night Class. If they just tap him with literally anything, like a Thunder Strike. They don't have the shard, though.
This double's going to go. Pure. He tried to TP over for this, but he's going to get glimpsed back, so he's not here for the fight. Well, he's a pretty speedy spider. He'll be back for the fight. I suspect
Hey,
take the time to walk back over.
Buying some time. Night Class is waiting in the wings.
9 class is ready. He needs to get himself a little lower, though. I mean, that maybe.
There's an Axe
Here we go.
Storm from Ducalis.
1 HP,
ready
9
in the
class.
wings.
Don't get near the Tormentor. Okay, so it's not up at the moment, I guess. So it's fine. Last. Oh, there we go. He's on to Malik. Malik has put the BKB. He's getting go by TI13. They have to put the time lapse here on TI13 to back off. It turned towards 9 class. 9 class and Thompson both dead. Buyback will come out from Thompson and from 9 class. TI13 being focused by Pure. Pure very, very close to bringing him down there, but even if he did have that Aegis still on Weaver. They defend. Cost them 2 buybacks though, Tundra.
They hold the racks, though. They actually somehow are still holding on to this one. The next round, though, that's a lot of the buybacks used.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. And Malik, I saw what he's doing now. With that Aghanims, he is scouting out the sides. So if he does get the scout off, he gets the stun ever on 9 class. It's also just an instant death. But they are somehow holding on. Noob looking for an angle to go and wrap around, perhaps. Pure. No BKB for Pure. They're on him.
Uh-oh. They just walk up and grab him.
He dead.
He didn't even need to blink him for that. He just walked up, Noob, and just grabbed him. Okay, I didn't invis ring. Okay, thanks, Observer.
He did.
I didn't see that. Obviously, Pure didn't see that either. But invis will allow you to do that. Walk up and grab people. That's what he does. He walks up and grabs
He had
him.
the blink. He could have just blinked and grabbed if he wasn't invis also.
Oh, yeah, he was getting
They were just
it.
ready for Pure. Yeah.
Pure's got buyback. He's got buyback available.
9 class is looking for a different angle now. He knows that Malik is looking on the right side, so he's got to take a different approach.
Here's the buyback.
Look at 9 class. He's scouting them. He's telling his team, he said, guys, I might be able to get the primal again.
Where is this Terrorblade? I got again, all eyes on the Terrorblade.
He got the primal. He one-shot him.
He did it! He did it! He's gone for 2 minutes! They've got to run! Tundra, this is your chance! This is your time to maybe Okay, they've lost 9 class. Pure's in. He knows he's got to go all in now. Okay, he's going
Pure,
all out now.
He's in trouble.
BKB comes to an end.
He's looking
They
dead.
get the jump onto Pure as he's very dead. And no buyback on him. Whitemon will be able to jump in and burst through Omar. See how Thompson's able to do any clean. Thompson's got the Tempest double in his second, but TI13 picked up a triple. It's going to look for Rams. They'll be able to take Ramses out as well. The buybacks, they're running out of them on the side of Tundra. Thompson's trying to hold. Alex, he's going to jump straight in on top of him. Thompson needs some sort of help. He's not going to get it. TI2000 gets the ultra kill.
Malik,
What?
can they get him down? They were not going to get him. Are they? Okay,
They get him.
Rampage?
TI2000. Oh,
Rampage.
it's a rampage. It's a rampage here. TI2000. Business as usual here for him on the Weaver this game. 18-0-11. No funny business whatsoever, and he's looking good.
He actually got the 1 HP Sunder, and he auto-attacked the 5. I mean, we said it's bound to happen a couple times in this game. It
But I tell you what,
hasn't done any real damage, but
they hold, folks. They hold.
Somehow
the game
it's
ain't
still
over.
going on.
It's just a defense is a defense, and they've defended.
Something like that.
There is a chance. There was 1% before. There still probably is now. Of a
Yes,
comeback
that 1%
here for
is still
Tundra.
there.
It's still there.
TA2000 though, he is saying that 1% is not a 1%. No more racks for you. The glyph.
Ooh, that's the glyph.
Ooh, Ducalis, look at this positioning. He wants someone to come. He's just going to ag static storm.
But where's 9 class? 9 class needs to get his HP down ASAP.
No, he's too close to tier 4s. He's healing him. There we go.
There we go.
Ducalis puts a ward down. He sees the TB. No angle for the 9 class.
Dude, but what about the soul ring tech? Does that help at all? You get a little cheeky soul ring in there just to speed up that last little HP
No,
decrease
now he needs-
before you jump.
I like this glimmer, the shadow blade.
The
So
glimmer,
you can get
okay.
the angle, all right? Yeah, so you get the angle. Never going to be able to really do that on the TA2000 though, and maybe they do just buy Lincolns or Lotus Orbs now on the other cores, just so you can never do it again. So
What
always
if-
have to
what if
remember
the-
there is counterplays, of course, to Sunder.
What if the big brain
They even
move
need to.
is you buy refresher, and then it doesn't matter if you're low HP. You jump in, you get their low HP, and then you give it back to them.
Genius.
And then you've ended up in the exact same situation that you were in the beginning. Probably losing the game.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to lose anyway. So it's, you know, what does it change? It wouldn't change. Wouldn't change it.
I can't believe this game has gone 45 minutes. That's all.
That's
I have to
impressive,
say.
honestly. That's a new record, I think, for this lineup that Tundra's got.
Whitemon,
That was-
3-man stun.
It's not a bad stun at all, but Whitemon is immediately dead. Well,
Big
okay.
vacuum.
They've killed the supports. Pure. He's healing up,
He
but
can't
now he's
fight
caught
this.
by a stun. He's dead. The Dragon Knight, the Malik is getting very, very low to all these illusions and spiders. He has to back off. Ramses is holding the defense of the tier 4s. 9 class, oh no, he got hit by a siege creep. The catapult takes him out in 1. The Terrorblade support has been countered by a siege creep.
Oh my goodness. The rock falls on his head.
Can't be had enough.
Surely now it's over.
I think it might be. Tier 4's falling. Thompson's trying to do his best to protect them with the bubbles. But they're coming crashing across noobs there. And there it is. We're going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. PSG Quest, they'll non-surprisingly win this game too, as I don't really know what that was. And honestly,
Me neither.
I guess for
It's just going to be a lot down to execution and not really making too many mistakes. I think if Quest makes, honestly, like 3-4 mistakes or something like that, maybe even less than that, this lineup can split the map, they can farm, and yeah. We already got to see what Pure was able to do on his CK earlier on. Yes, he is playing versus an Underlord, which is very strong versus him at most stages, but I've seen a lot of these CKs still be able to reign as champions afterwards anyway. So yeah, we'll have to see. First 30 minutes, Quest should be, for them, they have to really be ahead by a good margin by then. Otherwise, definitely concerns, but let's see how that execution does go down. And let's see. I'm hoping Noob doesn't go down the Aghanims route. I hope he just does do that 8-toast BKB build. And let's see how it does work. And let's see if it does work well with the Underlord. Because that's why I think they went for the Underlord over the Brew. Because he had it available. It works better in synergy with the Death Prophet.
30 seconds to battle.
For a push, that is. For a scale, no. But for a push, yes.
oh, look at this, what Ducalis. I feel like we don't see this much, but a Grandmaster tier Crystal Maiden player here. Honestly, that top lane, Grandmaster TSCM and a TI13 Weaver, these guys are going to be killers up there.
I would think so, yeah. I mean, Ramses. We'll see how much also the Bloodsport's going to be able to do, because I think the theory behind Tundra is also just isolate the Death Prophet, isolate a Weaver or something in a lot of those mid-game fights and just blow them up instantly, because they do have a ton of nuke on the side of Tundra if they can connect onto those heroes.
Yeah, interesting. Because Amar's taking this one over the other talent, over Facet.
Amar isn't.
No, and I feel like this game, can they not get vision inside the arena? Like, for example, if he goes on someone like the Weaver's not there, can the Weaver not just put the bugs out, and then that will actually get the team vision through it? Like, there's a few things that do allow you to still see in and out of it. They're kind of weird.
So, I mean, maybe it doesn't end up working. I'm looking at lanes. I just think this could be devastating. It could be scary for Tundra based off lanes. Also, to point out, a 9 class did go a Clowny Facet, by the way. He went the attack range Facet, which...
Oh, dude, you were flaming this one last game. I mean, rightfully so. Is this really
I'll flame it again if you want.
Yeah, it's not... What's wrong with it?
It just doesn't... It's just better to get your... The thing is that neutral items work in your backpack. That's why I think the 9-slot one just is better in 90% of scenarios. I mean, maybe you can do some type of crazy stuff with this one, but...
Gains 1 attack
it's just
range
very,
for each
very
point
underwhelming.
Are you going to buy attack speed on support techies?
Maybe a Wraith Band, but very unlikely as well.
Oh.
I don't know.
Wow.
It's just weird.
That is, yeah. Hey, you said that Tundra like to take it late game. Maybe that's the plan here, right? But then again, maybe the 9 slot's better for late game than a little bit of extra attack. Right? Who knows? We're not the techies experts. 9 class is first blood for Pure. Exactly what he likes to see on his CK. Yep. We saw him pop off in game 1. He's ready to do it again in game 3. He's like, guys, don't worry about game 2. Give me the CK, I'll get you the win.
It's definitely a possibility. Even though he's versus Underlord, as I said, I saw Watson literally go 20-2 versus that Underlord and just absolutely pop off. And Pure saw what he was able to do on the CK earlier anyway, so. And yeah, just slight question mark for Noob, just because I know he loves this Death Prophet. It's looked a little weird. It's looked a bit concerning in some of the games. He hasn't popped off for anything in particular.
I know, Mark. We'll see if you can catch the couriers coming in and out. Wasn't to be.
If the mid lane doesn't, if Storm Spirit doesn't get shut down a bit here by the Death Prophet, then it's, then I'm asking Noob, what was the full purpose besides just trying to accelerate the pace of things? Because if he wanted to pick this DP, it was also to try to shut down the lane, and that's just not happening. Thompson's getting every last hit. Actually, every single one. He's 18-1. I think he's missed 1.
I'll tell you what as well, to get the top lane credit, Ramses in 9 class, they're doing well. TI13 and Ducalis weren't able to utilize kind of that quick level up to make an immediate play. Ramses getting good farm out of this lane. 13 for 3 against the 10 for 1. They're playing this very nicely.
Yeah, playing it beautifully. And he's got the healing Lotus now, so very difficult for them to actually pressure Ramses much up here. So, yeah, that lane's going well. The Storm lane is going well. And the CK is standing his own. He's not getting pressured. He's already got that point of course for the lifesteal. So the lanes,
and he got that first blood.
Looking good.
You're very happy. Beginning of this.
I don't know, Noob walks up with Siphon versus Storm, and then Storm just actually throws a Remnant at him, hits him, pulls him, throws another Remnant. It's actually not an efficient trade for Noob. Good range tonight. But yeah, Underlord, Malik is starting to get slowed down a little bit down here. CK, absolute free farm. The Tundra definitely in a very happy position, at least off these first few waves. I'm just watching Whitemon. He's looking for the angle to go for the kill onto Omar.
Yeah, they're trying to get something going
really
here.
Careful.
Mid Noob. Getting aggressive here with the dive, but 9 class is in with the TP. He's under the tower. He's dead.
Oh, boy.
They
tipped him immediately when he was starting to go for the dive. They tipped him before the kill even happened.
Yeah. I mean, I feel it's kind of what you said. It feels like he's playing DP aggressively to the point where he's kind of just wishfully hoping that there's the spells, the Siphon is a bit stronger than it actually is. He's pushing it too far.
Just out-trading him. He's literally, I was watching, like, most of the time he's out trading him. He's just throwing the Remnant on him, and Noob's running into it, so not something you want to see if you're a Quest fan right now. Having the DP die early versus the Storm Spirit is painful, especially when those other lanes are going as well as they are right now. Weaver's still farming, but the reason you pick the DP is to have a good lane. So Noob, definitely not wanting to die another time here. Overextending.
Top lane. Oh, beautiful jump there from 9 class. In with the blast off, the burst enough. They just immediately, basically 100 to 0, TI13's Weaver.
That's a big deal.
Trading with the CT down bottom is becoming rather tough. I mean, to the point where Malik, he has to walk back to base.
Go back.
After a few punches from Whitemon's ET.
I mean, these lanes are pretty disastrous, honestly. CK is free farming, Storm is free farming, Mars is not full free farming, but he's slowing down Weaver and getting a kill. That's the dream for Tundra right now off of this first 6 minutes. Especially with the lineup that they're playing against that's very tempo-oriented. Dobson's in. Just a poke.
Yeah, he knows they can't kill him.
Yep. And the rune will spawn for him, and it's a regen. Tundra getting blessed. So Noob, maybe this could be one of those games where you do see an earlier point in silence skilled up. It usually doesn't happen. Usually you want to have, of course, your max nuke, so 4-0-4 or something, but definitely could see an argument for an early silence point versus Thompson. Noob, be careful how far you step up here. It's a regen Storm.
Yeah, and there's a tech. He's ready to jump in with the blast off. We'll get the siphons off. Now we'll keep it safe, and Thompson's used quite a bit of the mana, but indeed with the regen going, he's got enough to jump back down to the low ground and to get away. So both mids surviving through each other's attempts.
Forcing reactions, but one of them has to go back almost, or potentially has to go back because he's half HP while Storm's full mana. Wisdom runes. TI2000 looking to try to set up to take a steal. There's a scan that comes out, an offensive scan that comes out. So TI2000, he'll make the call. Not going to go for that rune steal since the techies is going. So 1-for-1 rune, wisdom rune exchange. Thompson is making a move down toward bottom. This ward, might not actually see him. It's close. It sees the ET. I didn't see if it saw the storm. Might have just caught wind of him. But Thompson, this is a smart little move here too. This is like he's checking to see if there's stacks here as well too. But in the meantime of just playing near bottom to go for a kill, he can also just take the creep camp. And he might just look for a dive play here. They're thinking about it.
Doesn't it? Doesn't look like he's happy with the position in the lane. There doesn't want to go for anything too crazy.
Oh, this CK is getting just too much, Owen. He's getting it's just completely uncontested. Weaver is getting slowed down a lot too. Yeah, TA2000 has to be careful how he steps up. There's kill threat constantly up there. He doesn't know where. If he doesn't know where Techies is, he has to be careful how he's positioned up top.
A good hold of this early game so far from Tundra. And it's going exactly as they'd hope.
Their draft skills real hard. They have really good team
play
as well that comes everything together. It's like honestly such a good draft like together of everything. They kind of tick all the boxes. The thing that they're worst at is probably just tower hitting. They're very good at fighting though. Speaking of fighting, they're gonna look. They have this amp damage on Thompson. Level 3 blast off at the ready on 9 class. So if they get the pull onto the Weaver, they should have the follow-up. They're even rotating Pure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
TA2000 looks like he knows something is up. He is playing super careful on this Weaver even.
Dire's top tower.
Nobody's showing on the map. Man, Malik is so poor. 37 last hits on this Underlord down bottom. Had to go. He went for the Arcane Boots first too, so he's super fragile. No bracers or anything. He's got the Vanguard queued up to potentially go for that disassemble, etc. and stuff later on, but it's very late that these items are coming out for him to stay down bottom alone.
Top tower gone. Tundra continuing to hold this early game lead. All 3 cores in the top spots.
Super comfortable. And probably look to control, probably going to keep looking to control those power runes for Thompson. So I'd imagine they're going to look to keep rotating around the mid every time that 2 minutes hits. Keep enabling the Storm Spirit to have a good start. All three cores, as you said, just, yeah, kind of doing what they please at the moment.
Jumping on the mid.
Jump.
And they're coming in with a dive as well. Thompson swings in, is able to pull back Ducalis.
Might be able to put some tower pressure here too, and this is a Storm Spirit's lane versus a Death Prophet that they might be the ones to be able to put a ton of tower pressure first. It's a big deal. 2K lead first 10 minutes versus that draft that Quest wanted to have an early advantage with. They have to swing Malik over. Like, that's a big deal. Like it's a lot of rotations that Quest having to do just to protect their mid tower when it's the DP that wanted to have that success versus a Storm. It's not the case.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pierre's got armlet done already. Super good timing for him.
And Ramses should be on track to get a good timing on the blink rush this game. Getting a lot of space top and not really the heroes that are looking to make any sort of move towards him. So free farm for the Mars now.
Yep. Malik went for the mech. Okay, so maybe now they do look to start grouping up on the side of Quest more instead of, since he didn't go for that Vanguard. But the group up has to work. It has to work pretty well in that first movement because they're just getting out-farmed. Versus a draft that scales really nicely. So let's see what they can catch. I think the Atos is about to be finished as well. Maybe wanting to finish that one before they strike. But feels like this one, like almost, it kind of feels like it has to work, right? Like,
yeah, it's got to do
want to
something.
get some big kills into a tower, otherwise, like Tundra's just chilling.
They really are. They really are. Pure. He's going to be a big problem.
And they have this ward that they placed earlier to scout out that the ward near the Ancients, so they see these stacks, they'll actually just walk in and steal. Thompson now has his Witchblade finished. This game I'm much more okay with the Witchblade. I know the other day I was a bit more critical instead of him going Orchid, but this one's good. Rune will spawn top. Something there for Quest.
They've got to find something with this. Yeah, they need something big time with this smoke. Noob.
And they catch Thompson.
I mean, they're kind of ready for it on the high ground. And they'll have to settle for 9 class. Not going to get a jump on any of the cores. Just the techies to go down. The rest of Tundra, they're perfectly fine. Not what Quest hoped for there.
At least they force heroes toward mid. They did force like 4 heroes to kind of walk over there a little bit here, but yeah, not what they wanted to get. They want to get a big kill and they want to turn it into a tower with Exorcism. Just that, not the case. So Thompson can shove out the mid lane. Pop glyph for bottom, so TI13 can't apply pressure too. 100 getting away with just farming it up.
We'll see if they go for another move very shortly, or if they're just going to kind of feel that, well, it didn't work. Let's just try and get our next items. You've got to imagine that pressure is still going to be hanging over Quest. And
I really feel it.
Here we go again. Yeah, indeed, they've got to try once more.
There's definitely pressure to make stuff happen when you're playing versus this scaling draft. Ramses almost has his Blink Dagger finished, so if you don't make a move pre-Blink, it's going to be a lot easier for Tundra to look to make their own moves with their very strong cores. Looking to sandwich down bottom.
I mean, they might just find 9 class. It's been hit by a scan. So Tundra know what's going on. Indeed, 9 class is going to be the one to be found, but again, this is not what Quest want.
Nope.
2 smokes, just 2 techies kills. That's all they're getting.
And it's 4 heroes. It's not even like a Fiend's Gate rotation or something. Now the Fiends get to hold the tower, but they're hugging hands. Or holding hands, sorry, hugging each other when they're looking for those kills. So yeah, 100 just splits it up, gets the farm. Thompson will find himself an Arcane Rune.
It's a tier 1 bottom. All of Tundra's cores in particular having a beautiful time.
Yeah. I mean, Noob should still be able to get an okay timing on his BKB and stuff, but yet to see an Exorcism, yet to see even an Atos used to be able to try to catch anything. I feel Pure's gonna come out with an Orchid the next time the fight goes down.
Is under attack.
And that will definitely be very problematic for TI13 in particular. Yeah, Ramsey, the blink is done. They can look to smoke now. Tundra can look to take the fights themselves. They will run into some bombs. So that probably will give some information at the least. Omar with a nice steal to be able to scout out those smokes.
I'll just take this tier 1 out themselves by looks around the mid. Don't think
They're
we're going to
set up
see
for
Quest
this one
come
for
in with a
sure.
defense on this. If they do, it's probably going to be something they'll regret. They've just likely got to let this go.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yeah, someone's gonna die if they turn up. I think they might know it too. Omar looked like he was considering it, but yeah, not gonna be able to set up for this defense. So Storm Spirit is able to take the DP's tower. Takes a little bit of time, but either way, it's a big win for the Storm.
has fallen.
Has yet to die. CK and Storm at the top. TA2000, bottom. Ramses, he's on him.
Look at the jump. They've got the burst combo there with the blast off follow-up. TI13 gone.
Uh-oh, Owen. Big concerns for Quest.
Tower is under attack.
Probably a
Just
sigh of
unable to
relief
find anything.
for Tundra. After like, well, that happened in game 2, but at least we're owning here in
Oh,
game
Pure?
3. We can get
Setting
him.
up from top.
A backup coming in. He'll put the Phantasm, but with this many heroes on top of him, surely they kill him. They do. Now bring down
he
Pure.
gets a trade.
Thompson comes with the vortex on towards Ducalis. Ducalis will die. So if they can go for anything more, it's just Noob and Malik now, the two of them up on this high ground. Can Tundra get back in on this? Stomp's going to be off the mark.
really
Jump
looking
ball
to.
from Ramses. He missed the God's Rebuke. He's going to get caught by the
he's out into
silence.
Exorcism.
They tried to turn back towards him, but Nightclass is in with the blast off, jumps over towards Noob. Noob is getting burst down
They
low.
got
The
him.
Siphons will not save him as Noob goes down. Malik also to be cased. He'll get the pit out. TA2000 trying to help him and see if he can find any sort of kill in return, but Ramses is back in with the blink. Spear and a God's Rebuke. Malik is gone. As Tundra, they take the fight. They may have lost Pure, but it's a
Well worth it.
costly trade. Yeah, Pure,
Yeah.
Tundra, they don't mind. Pure, he doesn't mind.
Owen, this is looking disastrous really for Quest. I mean, that's their exorcism fight, and they need to win those fights very hard at this point in the game, with Tundra just able to free farm. That's the first exorcism usage, and it's not enough. It really isn't even close. Yes, as you said, gets the CK, but they get so much out of it afterwards. And they can look to strike back immediately. Mars ult is ready. DP ulti has quite a lot of downtime.
There's the dumpment at this point with Pure. Anyone dies instantly. Zarmlet Orchid online 17 minutes in on the CK.
The tempo for Quest, they went for this draft, and the tempo, none of it's worked. Honestly, Tundra's, their tempo is just better, even with like the greedier kind of scaling that they have. It's difficult to see how Quest now at this point kind of just outnumber and find Tundra off guard, because all three cores are having perfect games. And it's tough to really see how they can, I mean, they can kill Pure, but he's going to get a trade-off, it feels like, every time, even if they 5-man him, which never feels good.
Yeah, Pure can kind of go where he wants to.
Dire's middle tower is under
Very
attack.
free to farm in most areas of the map. They're coming over
They
with
have
the
vision.
TPs. Can
that
they punish
Phantasm.
him? They just don't have the
Too close
catch.
now. They're fiend skating over. His team is pretty close, though.
And
So
Thompson,
up
he's
against it.
ready to sort of dance around with Malik around the Fiend's Gate to stop anyone from going through it. We saw them drop it down.
Nice stack with the Orchid. Oh, he missed it. Oh, it's so close. I like it, though. I like the try.
Smoke time for Tundra.
Yeah,
they know
the
they
CK's
can
out
get
of
whoever they
control.
want. They've got such a
Yep.
good combo and follow-up. Thompson leads in with a Vortex, and if 9-class and Whitemon can follow up on it, they kill anyone.
Oh, and he was somehow, Thompson hasn't died and he has BKB. It's likely that he might not die this game now at this point.
Noob. Gonna get
Hunter
caught.
first.
And with the splitter coming in, he is definitely gone.
Oh, this is rough. This is real rough now at this point. as it has been. I mean, the Exorcism came so late. DP didn't win the mid lane. They needed tempo to go on their side, and yeah, everything is just going against them, really. Tundra is just roaming the map freely here. Yes, 190 gold for BKB from Noob, too. Slow down the timing. They needed that as early as possible. It's coming out so late.
Thompson.
Now Omar shows himself. It's free.
Thompson. He's got the whole lining. Yeah, there we go. He can zip away.
Okay.
No
But top
regen,
regen, so. All right, so for Quest, they have to have a pretty massive hit happen. BKB for Noob, he's got level 12. He needs to finish it. He's probably telling Malik, give me these 2 creeps. I need this desperately. He's still a 10 gold off. He'll have it, and that's going to be the big call. If they lose this BKB Exorcism fight, the game is probably just over for them. Tundra very at the ready.
And they're straight in. They see Malik. They go for him immediately. He doesn't stand a chance. The ghosts are out from Noob. If Quest can fight back, but he's going to get caught by the sleep. The two on the back as well. You're going to see Thompson, though. He's caught. He still gets the BKB off. And he's able to jump away. Thompson does have to retreat. Noob's trying to chase down with the Siphon and the BKB. Looking towards Pure. BKB now coming to an end. He's caught by another sleep stop. Ramsey's stepping up. Look for the pullback here with the potential spear. They get the Vortex. Burst into the splitter. He's just evaporates there.
TA comes in.
Does die. Okay. 9 clusters. He's getting out as well. He is. They get Pure.
All right. They might get one more.
If they can get Whitemon. They do. Okay. A little bit of a cleanup for TI13. Not a bad one at all as well. Being one of those kills, yeah, killing the CK. That's something for Quest.
It's a win, but it's a small one. But it's a win either way, which they need at this point, right?
And honestly, it was very cool. They nearly got Thompson at the start of that fight. It was a really nice steal. I think they had Spear on Rubik, and Omar was able to lock him down nearly long enough to kill him before he could get the BKB off. So, yeah, getting Pure at the end, great news. They nearly managed to make that fight pretty good on Quest. It was close.
Yeah. It was, I mean, at the time that they needed it the most. To Noob, he kind of has to sack his life for it. It looks a little crazy of him diving, but allows TA2000 to get some cleanup kills that he needs. Deso check, Deso stacks acquired. Still obviously concerns, but it keeps them in a space that they can actually still be able to fight back. Difficult, but possible. That's a nice shard. Carlos is able to get it. Pretty good one. Although there's the BKBs and stuff that come out, either way, it still can be pretty good to be able to get that AoE freeze. Control a little bit of these phantasms, maybe in some fights. But it's Pure now. He has got the Manta already finished up too, so he's still just hitting critical mass with his timing, Simon Thompson. Yeah, Thompson very farmed. Has hit the 15 talent, has a dragon scale now too, so a lot tankier. He's up to 19 galvanize.
All the mana in the world to play with.
Still very big.
See what they can get with a smoke Quest.
Can they? If they can look for a successful fight and then turn it into a Roche, that's another really good option for them because they do kill it really fast with the Weaver and the DP. So maybe they could actually just. Can they just look to sneak it? Maybe.
I think so.
Versus
yeah,
ET
no, I
Storm,
think so. You're right with the Ghost and the Weaver. Yeah, go for it. And they want to try for a kill first. And they might get it. They find Whitemon, and they will. Bit of follow-up, Whitemon's gone.
Now you can't, I mean, do you just force a DP ult and you just go straight for it?
I think, yeah, drop Ghost, go Roche.
It's a risk
still hesitant.
Oh, they do have Omar stealing Astral Spirit, so they have a way to scout outside. So they are getting some information out here of where Tundra heroes are.
It's definitely what they're discussing. They're like, do we try for Roche? They're going to try. Are they going to Ghost? They're not going to Ghost. They're going to just do it slow and steady here with the Underlord and the Weaver. And the Deso.
That's nice for them at least. AT is back. It's not dying that fast though. They're respawning. They're smoking.
They should have it in time though. It's going to be relatively close, but actually it's going to be pretty close. Oh, the Spirit's in.
The angle.
They get it. There's going to be the zip board. Thompson tries for the steal, but the Aegis is already picked up by TI13. TI13 turns over towards Thompson, but Thompson was the BKB. They killed off Omar. And the turnover towards TI13. He's going to get caught by the spear. Ramses drops the arena down onto the two of them. Take these out. Carlos trying to go for the ult, but he immediately gets put to a stop. They've lost their CM, but TI13 will clean up the kill onto Ramses. He's going to look to try and chase him for more. Moving in with the Shikuchi, but the blast off there for 9+. Straight onto the two of them. Malik's gone. TI13 caught by the silence. It'll turn towards Pure, but the Aegis is gone. Noob,
he's fighting
with the siphons. In round 2, TI13 we'll see if he can get the damage out. He can. He's able to take down Whitemon. The bugs are actually going to catch on to Pure, but he'll turn over towards Thompson instead because Thompson is out of mana. TI13 he's gone the wrong way. The Dukes are there from Thompson. He goes. He's not going to be able to chase him, or maybe TI13 didn't want to try hunting. He just wanted to get away from Pure. He'll back off.
I think so.
I mean, they'll take that. Sure, they lost the Aegis, but they get the Roche, they get the Aegis, and they're able to make a fight happen out of it, in which TI13 does come out on top.
Clutch stolen blast off, I believe, that I saw there from Omar that ends up getting them a couple extra cleanup kills and lets TI13 get a couple extra. It's a really good choice that he does reset and get away, because I think if he goes back in for Thompson, he gets orchided from the CK and does get brought down. So a good fight when they're at this deficit at the least. It was very split up one, but they do at least get some type of big cleanup kills, at least for the Weaver, which he needs.
It really is something. And, you know, we're very much seeing, we'll see actually again the replay. So getting in time. Thompson just a moment too late to try to go for the steal. And yeah, just TI13 getting to get off a lot of damage pretty freely here. I mean, we'll see at this point, you know, Techies was caught at the side. Noob gets the kill, and it was a buyback from 9+. Same to be said for Omar. Omar also bought back to try and make this fight happen.
Look at this blast off here. So he gets the blast off connection, then Omar jumps from high ground afterwards. We don't get to see it, but either way. Thompson's in, looking for Malik.
TI13 in from the side as well. Thompson, just enough mana to get just far enough away, and does have a BKB if they try and chase for him. He's got the backup of the team by him.
Back up to full. Crazy mana regen, of course, with this meter ember finished up. Pure now has BKB. So last fight, I was a little worried for him. He actually could have died. Now with BKB is a lot safer. TI13 has his work cut out for him.
And needs to go all out on the damage. They're so shard, and now looking for the crit.
Yeah, I actually think that he needs to just go all out at this point too, because he knows that they definitely know that they're getting out farmed by quite a big margin right now at the moment, so he just has to kind of go all in for it. They do, of course, have these auras that are going to be helping a bit in the fight with the Crimson Guard and the mechs, somewhat. Don't know if it's nearly enough, though, of course, versus how much damage the CK does. And yeah, Pure, level 19, him and Thompson at the top.
Very close behind, though, TI13. As you say, it's elsewhere that sort of the suffering is for Quest at the moment. Noob and Malik having to play a real catch-up game. They're falling behind.
Yeah, and overall the supports on the side of Quest have, I would say, a harder time of contributing now at this point than the two supports of Tundra. ET really just has to throw a spirit out in a lot of fights and a splitter from a distance, so it's easier for him to execute these fights as well. And he's just going to be amping everybody like crazy every single time. These super farmed cores are just going to get amped. Quest. Find 9 class again. Maybe.
Okay. Well, another one for TI13. Up to 10 now in the Deso.
Got themselves high ground claimed as well. And some tier 3 neutrals that are always important. Always do like to point these out. A craggy coat for Noob. Quite a bit tankier. And okay. And he did go Blink Dagger, so that's cool for Noob too. Rather than waiting to finish up the Shivas, maybe because he got the craggy coat as well too, where he gets that bonus armor, but that's going to be nice for him to either get inside or get on top of these heroes too. That AK has been held consistent for some time.
Some furious lines drawn down the top half of the map. They're going to try and take over the triangle, it looks like. And they have got this ward up here. You know, pretty decent coverage to play around this area, Quest.
Tundra, they're feeling strong, smoked up. Any big item timings in particular. Level 20 has been hit on CK, and I mean, he's kind of got most of the items he needs. Okay, he's got a Hyperstone too, so his damage is going to be through the roof. TI13 has to survive the entire fight for Quest to have success. Weaver has a lot of work cut out for him. They've got the high ground claimed.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Avoiding one another.
Thunder swings over. They're like, I swear they were here.
Yeah, they've just dodged one another here. I mean, with the amplified damage rune and still the longer time left on Quest smoke, they may still have a chance to find this fight.
This amp damage could be a big deal.
Yeah, he hits hard. Amp damage with the Crystallis and the Deso. If he pops BKB, he should be able to kill a few heroes during that BKB time.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get gone on first, as long as they can form that distraction, which their lineup should, in theory, do with Noob just running in and give him good space.
I mean, they've really got this, like, this whole kind of triangle of observer wards that Quest have. It's giving them so much information on this area of the map. Very hard for Tundra to move unnoticed around here.
Absolutely. Sticking together completely here, Quest. 4 heroes hugging. DP a bit split apart, Noob. Be careful. I know they have the Fiend's Gate, but that doesn't come instantly.
You get taken down so quickly by the CK if Pure gets the opening on you.
Yeah, he'll die in an instant. Oh, Ramses. I mean, he's going a bit of an unorthodox build. He's going down the Deso route that we don't see too much on the offlane Mars. It's usually just that refresher route, so...
Okay.
Wants even more damage. Hey, the supports are incredibly fragile. If he catches them with a Deso, they're dead, so... But usually not the approach we see from the offlaners as much in these pro games.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one because I feel like, you know, you can rely on Pure to do the damage. You know what I mean? I don't know if damage is going to be an issue if Pure's alive and cleaning up. Zip in a look from Malik. It's there.
Stomp on
Telekinesis. Don't do anything off the back of the stomp. Pure is going to go for Noob. Noob's in with the BKB, the Siphons, and the Exorcism. It's making the fight a bit more complicated for Tundra. Ramses will put down the ult. The spear connection onto Ducalis. Will be able to burst through with the splitter coming in as well. It's bringing them low. They're taking out the 4 of them. They're going to use the 2 buybacks straight away here, Quest. And Mark limited up, but they have the detection. Rust is out. They drag him back. They kill off the Ruby again. Malik going to drive the TP out, but Thompson, he's back in with the Vortex. They're going to be able to kill off Malik a second time. Die back there on the Underlord.
That fight.
There's 2 gems on the floor. Not sure where they've both come from. One's 9 classes, one's Ducalis. So getting one of those from Quest. That's a rough fight to lose. Because now the push could come in. 4 heroes dead on Quest. It's almost impossible for you to pull together a defense.
I mean, they were hanging on. They were keeping the game going, but that's kind of all it was. All it took was 1 from Tundra, and that one was a big win fight. TA2000 doesn't get anything off. He didn't even get his BKB off. He literally died in 1 pull, I believe, from Thompson. And I think one other disable caught him. I didn't see what it was, if it was the techies or something, but he got caught, and he got killed 100-0.
Yeah, Vortex into the Echo Stomp.
Yeah.
That was enough.
Okay, the Echo Stomp did catch him. Apologies, yeah, I see that now. Yep. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it was them hanging on for some time, right? They've been keeping it consistent at that 8K, but their draft really was about hitting earlier timings and stuff like that. Tundra, they've gotten more than I think they could have asked for in this game. Now up to a 20K lead, Roche is up.
And it kind of seems that, you know, the Death Prophet is just not, it's not scary enough. You know, we're seeing him get him with the BKB, siphoning everyone, he's got the Exorcism out. Tundra, they kind of momentarily step away, and then they kind of realize, hey, we don't care. It's not doing enough damage.
Honestly, the ghosts are pretty pitiful. Everyone's got, well, let's see, CK has like 40 armor, Mars has 24. The supports have little armor, but the cores, even Storm Spirit has like 40-something armor. So, yeah, overall, the DP is... I don't know, I had my concerns because I saw the games, even when the games they won, I felt like Noob had a bit of a struggle time on the Death Prophet, and yeah, I'm seeing a bit of similar. Now 18K lead versus Aegis too, with just this insanely scaling draft. Like how far ahead they really are. It's tough to see any hope really for Quest, unfortunately. But for Tundra, it's cruising forward now at this point, really. Everyone's got luxury items, really. I mean, Ramsey's got to go for a Deso, which, of course, as you're saying, not completely necessary, but works versus the squishy supports and to buff up his CK's damage. But from this point forward, it does feel like it is luxury items. Tundra can go for quite a bit at those with the lead that they have, especially with playing versus a Death Prophet lineup. And your Storm has not died. Thompson,
Yeah, Thompson. Yep, on track, closing this up with a 0-death scoreline. And being a first pick Storm as well, of course. You know, that's one of the things about this hero, and especially with a team like Tundra and a player like Thompson. You get him this hero first in the draft, and it doesn't matter. It seems like teams just can't do anything about it sometimes.
No, I really do think that Noob in particular, he expected to have been able to kind of smash the matchup. It didn't happen at all. Thompson actually won the matchup.
Yep.
And he got rotations, and he took the tower, so it really was just probably not what he expected to have happen with the pick that he'd gone for. But now they can hope and dream, but it really does feel like it's a hope and a dream. We saw what the CK was able to do with like even footing in one of those games, and now when he's this far ahead, it's pretty much a no-brainer, it feels like, for Pure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this time he's got, you know, Thompson on his lineup, actually kind of doing more than him this time. You know, this time Thompson's like, all right, last time I was chilling on the sniper. This time I'm going to lead the charge. I'm going to be the main one to carry this, the momentum in this game. And he really is Thompson. Yeah, he's doing top stuff here.
And it gets scarier as game goes on too, right? Like, just that's why we said like the draft is so scary as it gets to later. The Aghanims for the Storm, the later items for the CK, while for Quest, Death Prophet falls off a cliff pretty hard after that early game, especially if you don't have a huge advantage, which they never win. They actually never had an advantage. They never win the lead at all in this game. And their draft was based on, getting a lead and sticking with it.
Noob, he'll have his level 18, and he'll pretty much have the Shiva's guard for the next fight. He's just going to get the courier sent out to Tundra's shop so he can pick that up safely.
Let's see what he can do. See if he can be as powerful as he hopes it to be. I'm seeing more survivability and stuff like that from them. I'm just still not seeing more damage to be able to kill these guys, kill these super beefy cores.
And we got the banners out.
I love this new banner. I think this, I think the last one still didn't get used properly. I think people have no idea how to use it properly, but this one just, it's so much easier to use.
I mean, who goes up and hits it?
He's slow poke. Probably Thompson, I would imagine anyway, though. I think he can be the one to just walk up and hit it, because he has BKB in the second life, if he'd like to.
No, I'm in the banner. Who's going to get rid of the banner?
Oh, you mean the banner? Oh, my bad.
They're terrified. You know what I mean? They don't want to step up and get rid of this.
No, you really can't.
Yeah.
It's kind of suicide if you do go for it. Oh, Thompson can actually, he can meteor hammer these things too.
Oh, he's in.
He'll jump.
He's going to jump straight away towards Malik. They're going to see if they can burst through the Underlord. Thompson puts the BKB back for now. Now he's ready to go back in. They jump with the Underlord a second time. Malik's gone.
60 seconds. That was the Parasma, I believe. Extra bit of damage too. He died in pretty fast.
And that was where the rest of the team kind of just watching. They couldn't do anything to save him.
No way to protect the boy. And that Rax is going to go down uncontested. Pure's even hitting mid in the meantime.
Full set taken. Looking for the second set. Tundra. Force out the fortification. 25 seconds until Malik's going to be back for Quest. He's gone.
Just got to watch. Their buildings die.
TI13 wants to try and get in, but at the same time, he knows if he gets caught for his BKB, he's pressed, he'll die very quickly, and the damage, it's been done. A second set. Taken here by Tundra.
They don't, I mean, I'm sure that they're saying that they don't know how to approach the fights when they're this deficit now at this point. Like, anybody's dead in one pull. One single disable will prove the demise of any of these quests. They're going to look for the long wrap around this, the last hurrah. Maybe try to catch him. I mean, looking for a high ground advantage perhaps or something like that. But they're going to jump Malik at the base in the meantime.
They're going to catch him, Thompson. Making it look easy this game there on the storm.
They're wrapping. Look at Tundra. They're pinging. They're wrapping on us. But the wraparound is as long as it possibly could be, and they might just be able to push forward here.
Oh, they've got a TP back. In fact, they're not going to bother trying for that sort of play. They've got to get back to the base, back to the high ground. It's too risky out on the map.
Oh, TI13's under a ward. Run, my friend. You will. But the buildings, they can't run.
TI13's gone.
They die so fast. The Deso,
the final set of barracks.
Now
grabs. He just jumps in and immediately Dakalis is dead. Pure. He's having kill him off. Urina's dropped. They've caught TI2000. He's out of the game without buyback. Triple kill for Pure. Malik to fall. He's a dieback on the Underlord. Tundra, they'll just clean them all up. They'll look over towards Noob. They'll have some survivability here with the BKB and the Siphons. Pure, he gets the Ultra. He's looking for a rampage. Give him a rampage on the way to TI. GG is called. Thompson. That's rude. Steals the rampage, but Pure will forgive him because they've just made it through. Who TI? Tundra. They're the ones to qualify here today as they defeat Quest 2-1.
And they can